And V got us a lot, so I think that Batman versus Aquaman one is gonna be fucking
the
fire.
last one that we got a lot, and then tonight it's Penguin Ocean Master.
Yeah, we'll show that.
Why is he in the list?
Why not?
Why not?
Give us a DC film.
Give me one reason why he should be on the list.
He is the villain of the biggest DC movie of all time.
He is super lame.
Who would you pair against Penguin? Mega Ocean Master. Who would go up against the Penguin?
Martha. If you put
If we put Martha
me in there, you put Martha in there.
People wouldn't have approved it then, because lots of fans get really offended by the Martha jokes, so they're just
they get offended.
Oh yeah, I got blocked on Twitter one time because
he gets offended by everything.
Yeah,
because someone
insulting because their movies suck.
One time someone did it was Godzilla versus King Kong, and they did them fighting, and it was someone saying Mothra, and then Godzilla be like, "Why'd you say that name?" And then the guy,
so
we follow each other, and he quote tweets, he's like, "Oh man, Martha jokes 3 years later, it's not even funny." I'm like, "This is always gonna be funny," and he just blocked me right out, and I didn't even say insult. So, and then I looked in the comments too. People just that Martha thing triggers them because I equate it to I hate sand, that's their I hate sand.
What does that mean?
Bro, I thought
it got blocked, but it's only we can see it.
That's great.
As a Star Wars fan, are you offended when someone says I hate sand?
I said no, not all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's great.
So these
that's
DC guys need to learn to lighten up a little bit, huh? They're trying to make it more fun. How about you guys have
It's the same thing as we're white. When people say I hate white people, or it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Is it the same thing?
I'm not touching this.
You can't just assume that I'm white.
Taylor, you have
We just got
Chinese, so it's okay.
we just got James Gunn back, okay? Are we ready to go, folks?
I think so.
Last week was Captain Marvel review, right?
It was.
Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 251st episode of the Geek First podcast. I am the shipper, Travis Snell.
Oh no, I am the back-to-back Kirkland Patzer.
Ooh, I'm the bit of Tim, Taylor Field.
The what, sorry?
The bit of Tim.
Oh my
Tim or
God.
Tim.
On the Unheart cast or Dylan Musk?
I'm play-by-play, Tyler Briggs.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got tons of topics to talk about today. We got Aladdin, we got the Endgame trailer, Endgame predictions. James Gunn is back in the house, but we got lots to promote. Dylan, the Gauntlet is officially coming back. We can announce March 30th. You want to give a rundown of what is actually happening there? There's going to be next week a special that's just a preview of people that got interviewed and whatnot. So that'll be on the audio feed as well, so you can get a little taste, see what's going on. But what are going to be the what's the first event happening? But officially March 30th,
yeah.
Saturday. It's coming back.
The first event is going to be between our man Kirkland Patzer over here and Jessica. They just have a grudge match going on because of they once were a team. They are no longer a team. There's been a lot of bad blood. And so I had to put them next to each other to see who was really carrying who and who was letting the other one down. The game after that is going to be the sports tournament, and that one's going to be fun because the winner of that gets to fight Kirkland Patzer for his belt that he's currently holding on to.
That's right.
Next time, and then the last match is a title match between Tyler Briggs, currently holding on to that belt, against Ruben, who's the challenger. So that'll also be a fun one.
You ready, Taylor?
Oh yeah, I guess it's us up in arms.
Strikers.
Some heated things at that taping.
Very, very heated. Yeah, that's it's gonna be very intriguing, exhilarating, breathtaking, and very heated.
Heated twice.
I'm gonna
Twice
smash this
yeah.
motherfucker. But you know what else I'm gonna smash? I'm gonna smash that purchase button when Endgame comes because man, we got I think maybe the final trailer. I don't know. We only got 6 weeks left, so I'd be surprised. I think we'll get maybe a
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that a lie?
No, it's not.
Okay.
You can do the math. I think we might get a 30-second teaser and then featuring a buy tickets now. But I think this is gonna be the last full trailer. What do we all think? Also, we're gonna do some predictions. But what do we just think about the trailer, just start to finish?
I had chills.
Go Kirkland.
I had chills. I had chills throughout this. Probably the whole trailer. As soon as I just heard Tony and the little flashbacks to the old past movies.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Just bringing it all back from the past to this moment. I'm so ready for this movie. I can't believe it's next month already. This is insane.
Just those grayscale flashbacks.
Oh,
when the score kicks in, it just gets every time.
Oh yeah.
It's just a tried and true marketing technique, and God, I love it.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And then, I mean, it was just a really exciting trailer overall. I'm just super excited for it. Little Thor.
Little Thor.
Little Thor. Brie Larson at the end,
I love that. Yeah.
I'm excited for that chemistry. I think that's gonna be amazing. And then just seeing those spacesuits. I'm not 100% sold on how long I want to see most of the Avengers in there, but I mean, Captain America looks slick as hell in that suit. It's like I want to see more of him in that, but everyone else is just like maybe they take it off everyone after a little bit. You know, Cap just keeps it on. He can keep doing space stuff. Everyone else just stays inside.
Yeah, I think I'm less hyped on it than you guys are. It's not like there's anything wrong with it, but it didn't really increase my excitement level at all.
Yeah.
It was all right. I felt like it was really much just like a, you know, what led us to this point, which is cool. But I don't know. It didn't really excite me any more than I already was. But it's pretty hard to top the excitement level that I currently have anyway. So.
Also, they just showed Tony Stark in there. Despite him being in space being like a big theme from the first trailer.
Especially since like they did like the whole switcheroo in the first movie about showing the Hulk and then taking him out of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Is that your theory? Because you said that before.
Maybe they show him and then they take him out of that.
Yeah,
scene.
I was kind of trolling, but I mean, like I don't understand why they didn't just not show him and then put him there in the movie, right? That was kind of a.
Well, I think they wanted, because the whole trailer, the first half is all just like flashbacks, right? So I think they wanted. That's why I said in our chat, one big moment, and I hope that when we see this movie and they go, would you have wanted like all these other moments or Tony coming back? Because I think we all know Tony's gonna make it back to Earth at some point. I think we always knew that though, because we always knew that Cap and him have to at some point have a scene where they like make.
That could have been
right?
in space though.
Could have been, and yeah, you're right. But I guess they're showing that. So my hope is they're just showing that because I think there's a lot of crazy stuff they're not showing and gonna happen. So I don't know. I don't think they need it to, but I think that's supposed to be the like, wow, he is back. How does he make it? I do think it probably happens first half an hour, 45 minutes though. So I think we're golden. You know.
What if they do a huge moment that they're all suited up to go save Tony, and then they just threw it in there to just pull a 180?
That's them actually walking from the ship.
Yeah.
Like they just got off. Like put their suit on Tony. Even somehow Nebula, was there.
Oh, I'm stretching.
Yeah, Nebula doesn't need a spacesuit. She's a fucking robot.
Well, yeah, she does.
She's part
Gamora.
of the team, man. It's
Well,
like I put it on a jersey.
She's still some human parts left. Something going on.
Maybe. I've never seen her wear a spacesuit before. She's done a lot of space
related activities.
Yeah.
In space.
Yeah, I think she's been on planets, but not in space.
No, I've seen her.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, jumping asteroids, just
Really?
doing this, doing that.
Really?
Star jumping, stargazing,
asteroids.
star loving. I don't
Wow.
know.
Star loving.
Taylor, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I just want to say, I think Feige completely just ripped my idea off. I remember when
Oh no!
Hear me out. Hear me out. So, when Infinity War
You
came
never
out...
recorded proof of
Oh
this.
yeah, when Infinity War came out, I was like, you know what? I'm so stoked on Infinity War right now. I'm gonna go make a trailer and show, have the store come in and show the flashbacks to their old self and then their current self. You know what they did for this trailer? They did the old self and then the current self. I'm like, bye you son of a bitch. You know what? He just took that idea and he's like, Taylor, he's a genius. I'm gonna scoop up that
Do you
idea.
have recorded proof though of you
I have
saying that?
recorded proof of me posting the video. I sent it to you guys in the chat. It's on my YouTube. I have a date of when it was published.
You better get that back and let's
Did
take
you
a
do
look.
black and white with accents of red?
No, that's you know when you take what someone else has done, you tweak it just enough so that you can get away
Like
with
the
it.
Star Wars
It's
rules.
actually called legal. It's legal to do that.
It's a fine line.
We saw
that
you
he's
people
walking
rip
on.
off our Star Wars polls. I've seen it out there, you bastards. I'm in the group.
I'll send you the trailer.
They
though, I
CGI out
made,
the Geeks
so you can
logo.
see it.
There was one, not us, someone else's Star Wars poll, and some group stole it, and they cut off their logo, but you could still see half the logo
no.
of the original
That's so
page.
weak.
It was great. But what do you think about this actual trailer?
Trailer, it was good. It definitely got me excited. I thought the slow score was fantastic. I love seeing, everyone kind of just facing the music, in their current state, just kind of dealing with
I hope Thanos says that on the face of me.
The music stone.
It's like, well, he ain't winning
Play
best.
any recorded song.
Yeah, he's not winning best geek villain next year.
But yeah, overall though, I thought there was so many cool sequences. I thought I enjoyed piecing certain things together in the other trailer, but this I'm not even gonna try because everyone's got different hairstyles in every single scene. So I'm like, I don't know what
That could
time
help you.
zone this
So
is
are
going
you
on right now.
Oh, that's what I mean. But are you not trying for your enjoyability, or just because you don't know?
I don't know, and
Okay,
I don't want
good,
to
'cause I got
try
some
for my
theories-
satisfaction.
I got some theories I lay down on you
yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. Well, the theories are fine, but I just didn't care enough because it was just too wild. I thought I'll just let it blow my mind in the movie theater. So
Is that something you did in your trailer as well? Just throw some hairstyle mix-ups in there to truly.
there is a couple hairstyle mix-ups, but
Nice.
it's between their past stuff and their present stuff. So
I gotta see this
You know.
trailer.
I gotta see this trailer.
I'll send it to you guys right now.
Not we're casting.
I know, but I'm done my spiel, so.
Okay. Yeah, I
You
love
should
the
never be
trailer.
done.
So you don't have to listen. You can just go on your phone and you're done talking.
I love the trailer. I'm on Briggs' bandwagon with the suits. I don't know. For me, they just look very plasticky. I think Cap does look good in them. I think Maybe Paul Rudd looks good in it, but that's about it. Like I think the human people. I don't know why Don Cheadle's is so much bigger at that point. I just don't get why he doesn't just have the suit.
He's got the War Machine underneath it.
It's just
he does,
but I don't mind like the War Machine either. I think the biggest thing is like we're so used to them having their own unique suits, and then seeing them all like wearing a different suit that's.
It's pretty striking to see that white suit on Nebula's big old blue head.
Yeah. And she has the A, so it's very strange. Like she's official Avenger right now. So I hope they use them, but I hope that if any characters die, like Cap or Iron Man, they're not in that suit. I want them in their natural forms. Yeah, so it's
completely naked.
That's a
Cap brings his like OG first Avenger suit with him in like a little backpack to space.
The time jumps also we'll probably tell my own predictions, but I love this trailer. I thought it was a good idea because other than the Tony thing, they don't really show us that much. That's what I love. I love that they've not shown us they've shown us one thing of Thanos just touching some flowers in the past year, it's great. I'm happy that he's not in this at all because we'll get into predictions, but my theory is getting stronger on him. I hope she doesn't die. I don't think they will kill her off, but I feel like Black Widow takes a big center stage in this trailer. I like that moment she has with Clint. She's narrating a lot of that, so I like that. She's kind of taking charge, and I'm just so excited for this. This trailer is great. I love the music. I love the dialogue, everything. So, I hope we don't get any. If we get a teaser, I hope there's no teaser showing Thanos kicking ass or anything, because I don't think we need him. I think people know it's a looming threat, but I don't think he needs to be shown off that much. I think people are gonna see this, and I feel like we've seen stuff, and we've seen Tony get back, but other than that, we have ideas what this movie could be, but we really have no idea. Even with Infinity War, we knew there's a big battle in Wakanda. At some point they're on a planet fighting Thanos. These characters meet up. We don't know much, so that's what I love. So I'm so stoked for this movie, and I think they did a great job.
Right on, Marvel.
Yeah. Endgame predictions. So now we got the last trailer. We've seen Captain Marvel. I think if you haven't seen Captain Marvel, maybe you could skip the segment, but I don't think we'll get into super specifics of the movie. Obviously, she's in the trailer, so she didn't know she's in it, which I did actually not love that Captain Marvel Thor moment. I don't know why. I just wish they had something more meaty for Captain Marvel. It's her debut in the Avengers trailer, and it's just kind of her standing off, not talking at all. So, I don't know. I was a little lackluster. I don't think we need a comedy button, but that's fine, so that's my
word for me.
That's my one critique. My one critique. So, do we have anything to say before we're getting some predictions here? Or talking about predictions? Because also we're going to talk about trailer Marvel more.
I was going to mention not much of Bruce in that trailer, eh?
No, he's takes off his glasses.
Yeah, just real nonchalantly. I don't know, that was a little thing.
Was there a shot of Bruce in the white suits?
No, because that's a new prediction I had, and I'll start with this because I didn't add it to the group, so I'm sorry about this, but I thought about this today. When is Hulk, the Hulk, going to appear in this movie?
He has to appear at this point.
Yeah, but when? When are you thinking? Minute mark.
1 hour and 26 minutes.
Wow, very specific.
I
got that.
And to the bank.
I'll say 52 minutes.
Because Taylor and I, we fought over this, right? Because you think he's appearing really early, Hulk, right? I don't think Hulk's coming to the final battle. I really don't.
I definitely think
so. Maybe it'll be a 180 of
the 11th hour.
His screen time of Infinity War. So he was on screen for maybe less than 5 minutes at the beginning. So maybe he'll be on for less than 5 minutes at the end.
I hope it's less than 5 minutes. I feel like they're gonna bust him out when they really need the big gun.
Is that what Captain Marvel's for?
I guess we can talk about her, but I feel like he is a big gun as well.
They're both large guns.
Mm-hmm.
Big guns.
Yeah.
Big guns.
Taylor's making some weird faces. So,
right.
Let's start with the obvious one. We've talked about this for months, but this is our official predictions because we're not going to predict anymore. What Avengers or what characters are going to die for good, be dead, Dunsko, never see them again unless it's a flashback or some magic trickery?
So I don't think Cap's gonna die, but I think he's gonna trade his life for some cause. He'll somehow get.
So he'll be dead at the end of it.
He'll get popped. No, not necessarily. He'll get popped into another dimension, or maybe he trades his life for the Soul Stone and get Gamora out or something like that. Wherever it is, I think they're gonna leave us that someday he could maybe come back for some sick reappearance in 28 years. But I think he's gonna definitely be gone.
It might be a reboot at that point.
But he's not gonna be dead. Maybe he'll be in the quantum realm or something. I don't know.
What if he gets kicked back to the past with Peggy? Gets that dance finally.
Happy to do for.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I don't. That's not my prediction, but I don't think they will. But
you said that. What if he trades his life for Gamora? I honestly not to branch too far off, but I think Nebula will die. I think she'll be the one to trade her life, probably to get Gamora back.
Why is that branching off? That's exactly.
Well, because we're talking about Captain America.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know. Maybe they want to keep Nebula and Gamora because they know how to mess up Thanos. Right?
true. Nebula hasn't had much success though messing up Thanos.
Do they know how to?
No one has
Thanos,
really.
though?
He successfully killed everything.
Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only way. But you gotta go for the head, and Thor notorious for not going for the
Going
head.
for the head.
Yeah.
No headshot guy.
Yeah, no. He likes that center of mass.
We'll go one by one.
The big
You know,
target.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't foresee that happening for Nebula. I feel like that'd be kind of cheesy, honestly. I mean, obviously they could pull it off, but no, that's not my prediction. Is that your prediction?
I think so because I feel like she's more highlighted at probably being at risk of dying because they've really emphasized her in Guardians 2, Infinity War. They've really showcased her more as a character. So I feel like them doing that and them swapping out her with Gamora, but we know Gamora's not actually dead. So I feel
Do we
like
know? Well, that
they
leads into other
confirmed she's
things.
still alive in the Soul Stone. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
They didn't confirm that.
Yeah, they did. The Russo
Yeah.
brothers.
She's
did.
in the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
Did they confirm that?
yeah. It was like right after the movie dropped.
Not
They were
necessarily.
talking about it.
Maybe not necessarily
I'll pull up
confirmed.
some clip. I don't think that's.
They confirmed that the final scene of Thanos talking
I thought
to
they said
Child
that she's, like,
Gamora
trapped
was
in the
the
Soul
Soul Stone.
Yeah, I thought
They confirmed
said
that was in the Soul Stone, but they didn't confirm that the Child Gamora was the actual Gamora or not. Just
Well, I
like a
just
statement
remember
of the
them
Soul
saying-
Stone
yeah.
appearing to Thanos.
I just remember in the article it said like her soul is just trapped in the Soul Stone.
But is this?
I don't remember.
Did you read the article? Did you read the title?
I read the article.
Okay.
I was like, I need to read this
How
article.
long ago did you read this article?
This was right after the movie
You
came
read the
out.
titles
So
and you read the comments.
long time ago.
Long time ago.
Okay,
The Russos were
skip all the
dropping
comments.
tidbits here and there.
Well, Kevin
I
Feige
think
was stealing
she
shit.
could still be dead, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Well, she's definitely dead at this point.
I mean, yeah.
For most people's case. So.
She's pretty dead. I think I just feel like they're gonna bring Gamora back. I don't think her story's done yet. I think her and Star-Lord are gonna have something cool
Yeah.
going on in Volume 3. I think she's definitely coming back. Plus, I think Marvel definitely with Black Panther has definitely upped the amount of female characters they have. But Gamora is definitely one of the big ones. So I think it would be kind of weird to just get rid of her
Yeah.
when she still has much more story to be told. I think.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's happening to Cap? You think he's living Taylor?
No, I think he'll die, and I think Iron Man will die.
What is he gonna? Is he just gonna die fighting Thanos?
And they're
or-
both gonna die.
No, I think they're gonna give him a really, really good send off. But I think I have a theory about what's gonna go down with Tony Stark and Iron Man. It's a pretty crazy theory.
Is that your
Okay, well, tell him about Cap. I want to hear what you think about
With
Cap.
Cap though, I'm not sure how they're gonna do his send off, but I think they're gonna give him a really good him and Tony moment together, and I think it'll have him sacrifice
Actually,
himself to
Tony
save
killing
everyone.
Cap.
Yeah, complete
you, buddy.
plot twist.
Still mad at
He's
you.
on Thanos' side the whole time.
He'll be back at the airport. But I think I think Cap will.
We just go back to that same set.
No, I think Cap though. I think he'll do something to save them, like the overall whole team or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just at this point, it's really hard to know how it's gonna go down. But just
I think he's making a
his-
sacrifice for sure.
he is with his contract kind of being over, and then him leaving that
To
tweet
be honest,
too.
all of them are contracts.
Yeah, I mean,
with the
technically
Rusos.
they could just renew the contract.
They could, but I mean, even that tweet that he wrote out, it
Yeah,
just
but what
made
if
me
that's
feel
misdirection?
like
Yeah, what
It
if
could be.
Feige paid him to...
paid him
What if
a lot.
Feige was like on his account like you
Yeah.
like this?
It's none of their actual accounts, it's all just Feige.
Maybe when you
The
show up
contract
for the
was
day
that he
to
has
record
control
your
over
scenes,
Twitter
you have to
for 10
turn your
years.
phone in or something.
Maybe, yeah.
It's possible.
They seem to imply that she is somewhat alive. I don't know if she's like physically trapped in like the stone or something like that, but
I don't think
they say
it's
the
like
heroes
a-
aren't dead; they're just somewhere else.
Mm.
So, but I just still find that's a gray area because she didn't die like the rest of them.
Oh,
So I
it's
feel like
definitely a gray area.
it's kind of a retcon to be like she's with the rest of them, and like, well, not really. Her head got broken open, and the rest of them just kind of fade off. Right?
You don't know that her head got broken open.
Yeah,
There's
you-
green blood on the ground.
Yeah, but you don't know that means. You
I'm
don't
just
know what that
assuming.
would mean.
It could have been
This
her,
is
like,
drool.
her chest cavity was broken open. No, maybe a leg.
Not her chest. We saw her chest open. It was something from the back. It was
Maybe her back
spine.
was open,
It
you
was
know?
the butt of this.
Yeah, maybe she had like a some sort of fruit drink in her back
Yeah.
pocket or something. That's not funny.
That would be some misdirection.
My Yoko. Continue, Taylor, on your
Confirmed by the Russo
The
brothers.
movie starts with her just like waking up on the ground.
Pulls out the juice box.
How am I gonna so get home? strange. Like an actor who's playing Flash is co-writing the screenplay. Very strange. Very weird. But
Really?
continue. Yeah, I just got a notification.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Fuck DC.
Yeah, no, Captain America though. I mean, I don't know much else to say. I think,
You just think he's gonna no, that's all you need to say. He's gonna sacrifice himself.
Sacrifice himself, airports, yeah.
I think the same thing.
I'll
Except he's not
take-
gonna die. I think he's gonna be somewhere else.
I think he's dead. I think he's had his role. I think the way you bring him back is some like magic mumbo jumbo, some alternate dimension.
Strange.
Is that the
Yeah,
name
yeah,
of the
yeah.
villain? Mumbo Jumbo?
Oh yeah, of course. I think like,
Sounds like it.
and I think in the future, not even in this movie, I think he does die. I think you gotta have. I know some people have said like there's already stakes, no one has to die, but I think we gotta lose one major Avenger. So next time a crossover happens, like this, like when it's Doom or Galactus, we know we could lose somebody. If we go through every movie and everyone's fine, and especially if they bring back all the snappers, then it's like, well, at the end of the day, Thanos just was like another big road bump, right? And it all ended up okay. So I think that they need to sacrifice somebody. I don't think he'll kill Thanos, which we'll talk about. I think there's going to be something where someone needs to sacrifice himself. Someone needs to hold a level while the rest of them. Someone needs to jump to the collider. You know, something like that. He's going to be that guy. I think he's a goner. I don't know if I buy the theory where he'll go back to the 40s because I feel like that fucks everything up. Unless the movie does end and everything's just really fucked up dimension-wise, maybe that's.
Well, they didn't mess with his memory too, right? So he doesn't know a lot of these things.
So he's happy.
Yeah, he's just a regular old dude.
So we'll see, but I think he's dead. I think he's the one-off. I'm not sure if we're going character by character. So right now, just leave it at that, and then someone else talk about Cap.
Yeah, I think he's a goner. I agree with your points that you said. Someone's gotta, hold up in the collider for everyone. So
Someone has to face the music.
Someone's gotta face the music. And if anyone's good at doing that, I feel like
He does
Chris
need to
Evans,
dance.
Captain America.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like he's just like the dad of the Avengers,
He's
and I feel like
He is the
you know-
oldest.
yeah, exactly. So he. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'm proud of you. Was on
Come on,
X.
he's fought in World War II.
Yeah, I didn't mean
Fair
like
enough, very
physically,
old.
like he's older than Downey. Downey looks like shit compared to him.
Savage.
Yeah, no, I just feel like he fits that role of being like the one person that if there is one person that has to stay behind to let everyone else survive, it'll be him.
What if Captain Marvel does it? Because there can only be one captain. She's got to.
I think she would just kill him. I think that's how she would die. Honestly, it'd be super anticlimactic. She would just like do the same shot like
The first
she
like
did
5 minutes, she just cheaped
Oh
the
my
whistle.
God.
Well, Captain Marvel,
Assassin.
I just don't know how she's gonna work in this. Not just the
I have
movie.
predictions about her.
When are you
Are we
bringing
going-
it up?
Or are we going to her right now?
Right now.
Or
Okay, right. Because
Well, I
let's
don't
talk
know.
about America, and then we'll go
Yeah.
other captain.
Oh, America. I mean, that's a.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, dude, tell us your thoughts on America right now, please.
I think Captain America is gonna try and do the hero sacrifice thing, but I think Tony's actually gonna try and take his place. Because I think Tony's been through so much shit and he's messed so many things up that he's gonna if Tony lets Captain America take that fall for the team, I don't think Tony will be able to live with himself.
Yeah.
And so Tony's redemption per se, in his own mind at least, is gonna be taking Cap's place as a hero sacrifice. And then I do think Cap in some way is also gonna have to make a sacrifice. Whether I think they're both gonna be. I don't know if Cap's gonna be just straight up dead. I could definitely see Tony being just straight up dead, and then Cap doing like some other like time travel, going into another realm where he's like stuck in some dimension or
Something
something.
comforts Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Fox's X-Men.
Yeah,
I know, I'm in Dark Phoenix.
I think they'll both have some sort of like sacrifice related send off, but I think if anyone's gonna be like the straight up they just died for the whole team is gonna be Cap trying to make the sacrifice, and then Tony doesn't let him because Tony wants him to have a happy ending.
Seems plausible.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
It's all
that's how I think. I guess that also is my prediction for Tony.
I don't think you're wrong. For me, I don't know. My prediction with Tony is I think he's either missing or they write him out. Either he retires or Pepper is pregnant. I think it's a mistake to kill off Downey. I've always said I want them to keep him like Han Solo and bring him back in 10 years, just old and grizzled. So I'm the reverse of you, where I think Cap will die and Tony will go missing. But I think there's a chance they could both die or be like gone, just like a portal closed and they're gone and they must be dead, right? And then 15 years old Chris Evans is pimping up and with his shield, you know.
I think it's so much easier for Chris Evans or Captain America to disappear as opposed to Robert Downey Jr. though, because he's just like the face of Stark Industries, like the face of Avengers, all these things.
Yeah, but Pepper can do it, you know. We don't know if Pepper's been snapped. We haven't had that confirmed, but I don't think she is.
Right.
Happy can take it.
Happy, that's right. Yeah.
He's
Happy
busy with
something.
Peter though. He's hooking up with Aunt May and he's watching over Peter Parker. So
What just happened here?
Yeah, but with
Do we
Stark
know about
gone, he
Happy's,
would clearly rise
snap?
up the ranks.
That's true.
No, we don't know any of the Iron Man kind of main characters. I
No.
think Pepper's alive because I think there's some word that she might be putting a suit on her own. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Spoiler.
Interesting.
she posted
was
on
actually
she posted on her Instagram. So. And then she took it down.
Tony Stark in the spacesuit was actually Pepper Potts in the Tony Stark suit.
Wow, that's
That's
the CG. Yeah.
Looks better than a CGI mustache.
Did you have anything to? Or
I'll quickly
Iron Man?
comment on Iron Man. I don't think he's gonna die. I think we're getting Iron Man 4 sometime.
Might not
Whether or
be.
not he dies there or not, I don't know. But I don't think he's a goner here. I think maybe he'll fuck up again. Maybe he'll try and do what you just said, but he just won't do it successfully and then kind of die. And then like that's what Iron Man 4 is. Him like
I would just
that.
feel like
even more.
I feel so bad for Tony, and just like I would hate for that to happen to him because it's just like
He's
every
had a rough
single
go
movie
with
is
it, for
him being
sure.
like, I messed this up. This is my fault. I wasn't
Yeah.
prepared enough, and
That's kind of his thing.
yeah, but it's like, you know, when does it break him? You just the Iron Man 4 is just like
Mm-hmm.
it starts with Tony.
And then they're
just,
gonna
like,
name-
hanging from the seat.
Him and Pepper are gonna
you know?
name their kid.
Steve.
I was gonna say Chris, but I mean Steve is better.
Chris.
Do you?
Robert will name his kid Chris. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think he's not dying just from a story aspect, or do you think it's because of the Downey aspect of like what is your reasoning for he makes it out?
I didn't think you'd ask me that question. I don't know. I don't know. These
I
are
was just wondering.
These are just my thoughts. This is what I feel like is gonna happen. I don't have much behind it. I think I feel more confident about that Captain America prediction than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's quite time for Iron Man to go.
But you go into your theory.
We're on Iron Man. I have to go in there
Yeah,
now.
this is a stupid
So-
theory.
So have you read this theory?
I had not
Wait,
heard.
this
it.
isn't your theory. It's an online.
It's
theory?
an online
It's
theory.
kind of
and
buggy.
it's pretty crazy.
I had not heard. I had not heard about it until you told me, and then the next day I saw like a YouTube video with like
Oh,
3 million
no.
views, and I was like,
You know when
3
theories in
million.
the YouTube videos, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over.
so-
So there's this
Keep it
continual
short.
kind of thing. I'll keep it very short. Of Tony Stark and something going on with his left arm, and it happens to be
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
on is on the left arm. And we can go back to Iron Man 1. He happens to take that tank canister shell in the air to his left side. When he's in Iron Man 2 with Whiplash, we can see he's taking damage to his left arm.
Sure has, yeah.
In Civil War, he actually says, "My left arm is numb." Is that normal? Again, he actually takes a car in Civil War, landing on his left arm. And again, when he's flying in the helicopter,
Is
just
that a
after
4chan
seeing,
thread?
is it? I have no idea.
Oh no.
No, I don't know if it's 4chan.
Anyway, go
Yeah,
on.
but yeah, he's holding his left arm,
Yeah,
and again he
4chan.
gets his left arm in a brace. And then when he falls after fighting Winter Soldier, Captain America, he smashes down on his left arm.
So
And
sorry,
he's
what-
talking to Peter
I
Parker.
couldn't
He's
get it.
holding
Something's
his
up with
left
his
arm.
arm. Where do you think
Something's
this-
up with his left arm, and again his whole left side in Infinity War is totally damaged, really
Yeah.
damaged. And even at the end when he's alone, he's like grasping his left arm. So again, the kind of theory is that. At some point, he will put on the gauntlet and he will actually lose his arm in some future.
So you're
or
thinking
some
that
other...
these things with his arm are
It's
like
a foreshadow, yeah.
it's
To
all
him actually
foreshadow.
using the gauntlet to snap something or do
I
some
don't
kind
think
of
it's him
damage.
shit in the gauntlet.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
the problem with the new gauntlet.
we saw what happened with Thanos actually, like his whole arm being massacred. So it makes sense for someone who's not as powerful as Thanos, like Tony, a human, to literally lose his whole arm. So I feel like there could be some foreshadow, very subtle foreshadow of that. Because why would Tony in every single movie have him do something with his arm?
Could it not just be a running joke?
Yeah.
And they never said we're gonna leave this up to the Infinity War. Just like, hey, make sure Tony hurts his left
It
side.
could be, but why would, if it's a running joke, why would they just so subtly throw it into certain
Because
moments,
it's
like
for
when-
the production staff,
Yeah,
not for
yeah.
us. It's their joke, not our joke.
Like we have
I don't know,
inside
but
jokes.
how many of those kind of inside jokes do they have in the movie? I don't know. I feel
Probably
like
a
it's
bajillion
really
of them.
I don't know. If you look at like even Civil War when they're talking about the kid who died after Sokovia fell, and he's telling this to all the Avengers, "Why didn't you sign the Sokovia Accords?" He just blatantly out says, my left arm is numb. Is that normal? Like, and it's a serious moment. Like, it's not something anyone like. I'm not laughing at it. So I don't even know why that would be funny for the production team throwing that in a very serious moment, or even at the end when he grasps his arm and he's like quivering after Peter Parker is dead, or even other moments when he's like. He has to go see Steve Rogers and he's in the helicopter and he like holds his arm again because it's hurting. Or when he's yelling at Peter Parker in Homecoming and he's giving him shit saying you need to be better. And he's
We got
holding
it.
his
We
arm.
got the left arm.
He
hold.
touches his left arm.
Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah.
He's like, he just has a left arm thing for himself.
I just think one fetish. Yeah, I think one, it's dumb, and two, I just don't think the Gauntlet and Thanos is gonna play as much as of a role. Like I have a theory. I'm waiting. I don't know which prediction to drop in, but I don't think that is the thing. I don't think getting the gauntlet is the God. What is that plot device called?
Objective?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. That's not what I'm thinking about. But I don't think that is the key right now. I don't think it's all about getting the gauntlet. That was a big thing in the comics, that at the end of the Infinity Gauntlet, like 6 different characters were rocking the gauntlet, like, oh, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and like Nebula gets the gauntlet, I'm doing
so
this.
So that's not the goal, then what is the main goal then?
Well, I think for me, the goal is like, what is the villain in Inception? It's just running out of
It's been
time.
a long time since I've seen that movie.
It's just running out of time,
There is
though,
no
right?
villain.
Yeah, it's just the circumstances, right? We need to do this quickly. I think that's what this is. I think my theory is, which I know we'll talk about later, but I think Thanos dies right away, and I think they go in time travel. I think Thanos will come back. I think Thanos is going to be smart enough, he'll know something's up, and he's going to be like, I think I succeeded in the snap, and these fuckers have somehow found a way to come back, and that's when we go, I gotta start picking these people off. That's why I think he's gonna come in. But I think their way will be they're gonna split off. Those suits are not space suits. Those suits are exactly like Hank Pym was wearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp. They're quantum realm. So they're gonna jump in there, do some weird stuff. So I think it's just gonna be more like, we only got an hour, we only got a day, like something like that before we go away. I don't think, and Thanos I think will be popping around, but I don't think it's gonna be like the first movie, like, we gotta get the gauntlet. I think the gauntlet could be around, but I think if they do that again, it's a MacGuffin. It's gonna be too similar to Infinity War. The whole movie was about like getting that glove off his hand, right? So that's why I think he's gonna get it right away, and Thanos will be back, but it'll be an old school Thanos.
Don't you also feel like it'll be similar to all the other Avengers movies because it'll be, if there is a lot of time travel stuff, like, do you feel
That's
like
not similar.
Not similar? Like, what
Time
if they
travel?
Time travel stuff.
We haven't time
Avengers
traveled.
Time travel.
What?
We've never
Avengers movie has had time travel.
Yeah, we've only
No, but what I'm talking about is if they use time travel in this movie and they go back to other past scenes we've already seen, wouldn't that be like just repetitive in that sense?
But it's a whole new, like, do you like Back to the Future?
The point is that they're changing, right? They're changing like the outcomes of these certain scenes, and like likely it's pretty calculated, like what they decide to change and what they don't, because anything that you can change could obviously caustic butterfly into many other things.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like changing maybe like very specific little details or something.
Like what happens? So the battle in New York. Remember they send that nuke up there to close the portal. What if they decide we're not going to close it? We're going to go up there and take out Thanos now. Like that's what I mean. It'll be like old scenes, but I don't think it's going to be the same movie. I don't think they're just going to play the battle in New York again for 30 minutes, like plus Ant-Man. Like,
Well, that's what I was wondering, because people think that we'll get the whole Battle of Wakanda scene again, and they'll actually will be the Hulk there. Because that's another theory that they throw
I don't
out
think
there,
that.
so.
I think we're going back to Avengers 1. I really do. Avengers 1 and pre that. I think whenever Thanos is like the least prepared, they're going to try and go to that round. And he's going to have a Chitauri, stuff like that, but I don't think Tony's getting this gauntlet with the left arm theory.
When did Thanos get the first stone?
I think that's kind of muddled, but I think the very first one.
He didn't have it at the start of the MCU, right?
No, not the start.
Because
the first one he gets is from Ronan, the purple one. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
he
the
gets
second
that
one.
from Xandar.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't he take Xandar?
He gets it like within probably, I imagine, a couple days of the end of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, because that's off screen, and then he comes and gets the Tesseract from
But
Loki.
he always had the Mind Stone. He had it in the spear that he gave to Loki, right? So he had a stone the whole time before any of the other stones.
Yeah, but he gave it to Loki then, and then he lost it.
Yeah, I guess that's why he lost it, right? So
True.
he had a stone, he lost it. So I think he had the Power Stone, and then he got the Space Stone, and then he started collecting them. So it was pretty like in the Thor Ragnarok era. So they could go. I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering because if they do go to, like you're saying, Avengers 1 era, then obviously he doesn't have that power, any sort of power really at the time. He's just a big dude. That
He has
take out.
he has all those aliens that invade New York, right?
Yeah, but those aliens got fucked up.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that's the idea. They should go back. I guess you can't go back to when he's a baby because maybe they don't know where he's born. But you know,
baby
whole baby Hitler theory. You know, go back to
Yeah,
just get Captain Marvel to fly right through Titan.
Nuking planets.
I think it's a pretty good idea actually.
Maybe that's why Titan was destroyed. Was because they've already gone back in time.
Yeah,
they've already destroyed.
That's deep.
Each movie's the same. You never said
that's why he's so evil.
does he live or die? Then your left arm theory.
I think he dies.
Okay.
I think literally whatever kind of like final killing blow, whatever the main villain is or whatever it is, I think he's gonna get like the highlight killing or death scene kind of thing. Because the MCU started with him, so I feel like they're gonna end with him. At least with this
Is the
story.
MCU ending though?
It is.
Is there any theories, is there any theories out there about Bucky and his left arm situation?
They did make a point of comedically saying
That's
that
probably mentioned in
Tony
the movie
Stark
Bucky
shares
as well.
he's gonna share a similar state to Bucky.
They're gonna freeze him
No.
and use him as an assassin.
No, they made a joke about
Boxcar.
Yeah, that'd be wild. 10 years from now, Danny long hair, the whole nose. What do you think about Iron Man? Living or dying?
I'm gonna think I think that he will live.
Yep.
I think he will have a feel good moment with Pepper Potts.
Potts.
Whether or not, I don't know if like maybe Pepper dies and then he's just all distraught, or if he, I don't know. I hate doing these predictions because I feel like I'm not gonna be right either way. So plus I don't know. I just want to be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
That's why I'm not saying Taylor's arm theory is wrong. Because like, I don't want to be that guy.
I think it's like
that's the worst theory
wrong.
ever. And then
Yeah, I don't know. You guys brought up good points though. Like,
But it's like that Jar Jar Binks theory for Star Wars. You know?
yeah. So,
Yeah.
He's a Sith.
it's true.
It's a-
It's not a theory.
I don't know. I'll just say he lives. That's my prediction.
Safe.
Do we have anyone?
Also, I gotta quit
Yeah, go.
before we go on. Do you think the Infinity Gauntlet will be of any use in this movie? Do you think it'll even work? Do
Like
think
you
it'll work?
mean, let's say present tense, like before if they do travel back in time.
Like as of right now, as it's destroyed
Yeah.
on Thanos' arm, do you think the stones even work? Do you
It's
think
not necessarily destroyed because after the snap you can still teleport with it.
that is
Yeah.
true? Actually, I forgot about that.
I think there'll be like lessened power. I think he couldn't do another snap if he wanted to. Like he couldn't half to
Yeah.
half, but he can like yeah. Like I think he could like bring some teleport, maybe
Yeah.
still be a bit more
I
powerful.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know if he can cause like butterflies to spawn randomly, but yeah. So
Calculated butterflies.
anyone else we want to talk about specifically, or anyone just want to shut somebody out?
I feel like Hawkeye might die. There's a lot of emphasis on him in this trailer. Also family shots.
Yeah,
He can make a large sacrifice.
I don't think a
for
man
his
with that
family.
haircut's ready to die. That's
I
all
think-
I
I think the other
complete
way-
opposite.
Yeah, I think that haircut has nothing to lose anymore.
Yeah. My prediction is just I think if the snappers, which we'll talk about after, if they come back before the end, I think he will die. But if it's not to the end, I don't think he dies. I think you gotta have that reunion with his family. He's the only one that has kids. I think it's very strange if like they have a reunion and then 5 minutes later at the end he dies. I feel like, and they're already hinting. People are, oh, that's Kate Bishop. It's not Kate Bishop. It's just his daughter who's teaching him to do arrow. But in the comics, Kate Bishop is like his Rob, and he trains her to become the new Hawkeye. I think they might just change that and make his daughter his like little sidekick. There's been rumors he might get a TV show. So I actually think he's safe. I started this years ago thinking Hawkeye for sure was a goner, but I think he's safe. I think he's safe for sure, and I think honestly any woman is safe just because I think there's enough dudes in the MCU. So I feel like let's not kill off Black Widow or Scarlet because like we only have like. We'll talk about that. What
about Bruce Banner? Does he die?
Bruce.
No, I think it's like Hulk because he's just like if he had his own movie, maybe I think they'll still have Hulk.
I guess you're gonna throw Hulk in with almost anyone, and it's all.
I think they're waiting until the day where they can actually make a Hulk movie again, or can they do that now? Do they still have?
It's like a big legal thing that they got to go through Paramount and whatnot.
I think at some point they want to do another Hulk movie. So
Do you want another Hulk movie?
I want an MCU Hulk movie. None of that weird shit.
That was an MCU Hulk movie.
No, it wasn't.
That was
No,
Feige. That's produced by
wasn't.
Feige.
No, it wasn't. It was a different Feige.
And plus,
He still had hair back then.
I think there's a good chance.
You know Hawkeye, dude.
Yes.
I don't know. I have no idea where you place it, whether it's an Avengers, a Hulk movie, team-up movie. But the way Wolverine made his debut is he was a Hulk villain. I think there's a really good shot that happens again. Not even that he's a villain, but just that Wolverine-Hulk fight. I think Feige is just... We were literally 5 days away from them owning the entire X-Men and Fantastic Four. So I think Feige's
frothing at the mouth.
He is a
He's like a rabid animal.
James Gunn is back. Like he's just so excited. It's like I feel like that's why you gotta have Hulk and Wolverine. I think there's lots I can still do with Hulk, you know. So
Yeah.
Everyone who works in his office is like, don't come to work for a week.
yeah, he just
They show up, the place is a mess. It's just like all these weird, like every wall of the office, is like all these strings and papers, just like.
to get to the washroom, you have to like literally walk over money and stuff like that. Like, oh, you can't, the toilets are clogged again with dollar bills.
Don't touch my Feige books.
They should.
The maids come in Monday morning, they're like, again.
They should do an MCU Infinite or
Mountains of cocaine.
we got 'em, boys. They should do an MCU Monopoly and all the money have Feige's face on it. Okay, there's Hulk
We can
dying.
make that.
Oh, we should.
He just has the prop like Infinity Gauntlet.
Hulk dying? No, I don't think so. This is the end of his like 3-part story arc, but I don't think it's the end of his actual life.
Okay.
We haven't seen Hulk pop off in quite some time, so I think
This is
they need at least another like
Yeah.
sequence of him just destroying shit.
Ragnarok, he popped off. So we
Actually,
only had one
he is
movie.
right there. Yeah.
There was like a huge
little
Hulk
bit.
pop up though. It
He
was
could've
like
popped
CGI
off
Hulk
more.
versus a giant CGI wolf. So
Yeah. Oh, and they got
That
the
was, like,
Thor
pretty
scene.
cool,
That was
but-
good. Like he
Oh,
lost
okay,
it.
yeah, you know what?
before
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah.
But that wasn't like a true Hulk. That was like only Hulk. I'm talking like Bruce Banner and Hulk, on the same team.
Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
that's
always
gonna
we gotta see the
like
reunion.
I'm always angry moment where it's like he turns
Yeah.
into the Hulk at
That,
just the clutch moment.
clock.
Dr. Hulk, is that his name or whatever? Like
Yeah, Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
And I think that's what you'll get more, where it is the Hulk, but Banner can control it more, and I think that'll be the way he can beat Thanos in a.
Professor Hulk.
Yeah, I think they'll have a rematch, and Hulk will win this
Post-secondary
time. I think.
He's undergraduate. Right?
I think you'll see that Banner can outthink Thanos, and that's how he'll win it, and there'll be a big combining one. So
I'd be upset if that happened. I think Thanos is smarter than.
get ready. You think
Thanos is
Thanos
really
starts
dumb.
smarter than Banner?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
I
Without the
don't
Mind
think so
Stone,
either.
he's got nothing up there.
He doesn't wear glasses.
He's got nothing. He has zero nothing. If they go back to the first Avengers, he's just like.
I mean,
oh.
he knows. He did the calculus on the whole, on the whole
Calculus?
snap thing.
Yeah,
he said
but I
it.
mean,
He did the math.
Doesn't mean
if you look at gamma radiation, con Thanos, pro Bruce Banner.
What?
I was so confused.
I don't know either. I'm gonna throw out some people I thought was gonna. I think actually War Machine is a goner. I think
Yeah, I can see it.
Rhodey's had his time. I don't think there's much more you can do to that character other than like he can walk already. So if they're gonna do like a big dramatic like I can
Yeah.
can't walk, but he's fine. I think he's gone. Like I said, I think Cap.
Falcon?
No, because he's a snapper,
snapped.
right? Anyone that's snapped is, I think, safe. I think that's really shitty if you come back and just kill you off.
Save 90% of the snaps.
Like imagine you're Anthony Mack reading the script halfway. Oh, snappers are back, and then and right away Thanos decapitates Falcon.
That was almost Dave Bautista.
That was almost Dave Bautista, 100%. Yeah. I don't think any Guardians will die. Also, we'll talk about more after. But yeah, I think my predictions are Cap, Rhodey, Iron Man, and Limbo, and I think that's it. I think I've said this since Ragnarok. If they kill off Thor, I think that's a huge mistake right now. I feel like he's rolling with popularity, but if there was a plan to kill him, I think they should eject that. So I think he's safe. They should do more movies with him and Taika.
Do we know
But
if Korg is alive out there?
he is. They've said, and
Nice.
because
Thank God.
The pile of rocks?
him and Valkyrie
What
escaped.
about the
They
other guy?
escaped.
Yeah.
Did they mention that he got snapped?
What
do you mean escape?
So it doesn't matter if they got snapped or not. They're not going to
That's
be in the
true.
movie.
Yeah,
And then
that's true.
apparently Valkyrie is in this movie.
Okay,
They've said.
that's-
There's
What do you mean they escaped?
So the director said, remember at the beginning of Infinity War when Thanos comes and messes up Thor's ship of Asgardians? They said some escaped. Korg and Valkyrie were on that ship.
what
So
Korg's bug friend?
Meek,
Yeah.
he
No.
could have got snapped. They didn't say about Meek.
Sorry, but they did confirm that they didn't get snapped.
Yeah, they
That's
confirmed that they didn't get snapped, so they're out there.
Okay.
So I think she could play a role. I think she'll play the same way as Okoye, where they don't go on the space mission, but they're holding down Earth or something like that. Like I think Okoye.
Maybe she could help harness the Hulk and then he could pop off.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like I think Okoye, she's on the poster, but I literally think the only thing she's gonna do is she's in charge of her Wakanda now. I
Yeah.
literally think that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
She'll have a scene, and that's about it. But
Did you know
What
Guardians
is Shuri being
2,
charged with
you can
Wakanda?
see
She snapped.
a few more
Oh, right.
species of Korg?
Wait, really?
yeah,
No.
the show.
Guardians 2,
First
yeah.
trailer,
You know when they're doing
and it's
that,
showing all the
like,
missing
jumps
people. She's on the
at the end of
list.
the movie to get to Ego's planet.
Mm-hmm.
As they're jumping through and before the Stanley cameo, you can see two members of Korg species fighting each other on one of the planets they jump through. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I should watch a YouTube theory of that.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
Wait, what
Canada.
is this?
Yeah.
Guardians 2, when when they do 50 jumps,
Yeah.
one of the planets they jump through, you can see two Korg species
Korgs.
fighting.
And
Not
did you-
Korg himself.
and did
but
you
How do
actually
you
know?
know? How do you know they're not all named Korg?
They could be, but if
Well,
they
Thor
just
calls
refer to
them a
themselves as
name,
Korg.
he's like, you're a something something.
guy's
But
name
like their
Jackie or
personal
something.
identification is Korg. They're
So
all just known as
Could be.
Korg was actually in Thor: Dark World, but they retconned that. That rock monster he fights at the beginning of Dark World was intended to be Korg, because they introduced Korg. They retconned that, and that's just one of those
Thank
species. Yeah.
Glad. It always
That
goes
movie's
back to
just
Dark
ruined it.
World.
It's the same way in Iron Man
Why do you
2.
guys have to talk about
It's the
this?
same way in Iron Man 2 that little kid is now Peter Parker, and it's like,
I
Yeah,
thought when we
it's-
did that retro, I'd be done with that movie. Move on with my life.
do you guys have any other guys you want to shout out who could die for good?
I don't know if anyone else dies for good.
No, Hank's not gonna die.
Who's
Hank Pym.
Hank
Oh,
Pym.
Hank Pym.
He
He
got
snapped.
snapped. I forgot.
He got snapped. All of them got snapped.
Rude. No wasp.
I don't think I don't know. Wasp was gone.
Okay, second prediction. Will Thanos die for good? Not none of this, maybe time travel. By the end of the movie, is Thanos alive or dead?
I think they decide that he needs to die, and that's why I don't think Cap is gonna kill him, because Cap doesn't just
Cap doesn't kill people. He apprehends them.
Cap kills a lot of people.
He's not strong enough.
He kills literally
He's no Batman, but he's.
Batman does not kill people. And literally in Captain America 1, there's a helicopter fan. He takes a gun and just throws him. The guy bursts in the blood. He is all about killing Cap.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the MCU.
That wasn't the MCU.
This guy.
Phase 1 was in the MCU.
I'm joking. I know.
But it's different if it's Nazis.
He also like set up all those like
Nazis compared to Thanos. Nazis are still worse.
He also sets up like those giant hover ships to shoot each other and kill everyone on board.
Yeah.
Just drinking glasses.
I'm not going to start that conversation. So Dylan's going with he is dead.
What was I saying? Yeah, no, I think Thanos is a big goner.
Yeah.
Who's gonna kill him? I don't know. It could be a lot of people.
That's our next prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Thanos shouldn't die, but that's not a prediction. I think he does die.
Okay.
But I don't want him to die personally.
I think he lives. I think that they've killed a lot of villains, and I think you're gonna take the Vulture approach.
Mm-hmm.
I think the good guys are gonna think like, okay, we like to keep these guys alive, but I think Thanos should die.
Well, I think
like you can leave Vulture alive. That's okay. He's just a guy in a bird suit.
Trying to
Thanos doing all the bad things, and he'll do more bad things.
I think
He's done the baddest thing you can do.
The worst of all.
We learned that Thanos he passed up this chance once to do his what he calls he thinks that's his destiny or whatever, and he didn't want to make the same mistake again. But I feel like if Gamora comes back or they change it up, I feel like they could reform him or change him.
What?
He'll be an Avenger.
No, I don't want that.
No, that's what they do.
I don't want to CGI Iron Man out, and that's actually Thanos.
They're going to save Iron Man. That's what I see.
That's a huge suit.
He's like, who's the asshole that did this to us?
No, I don't think they're gonna turn into a good guy or whatever. I think they're gonna.
He's at home with Pepper.
They're gonna make him realize that what you did is wrong.
Right.
The universe is not grateful. You fucked up. So that's what they'll do.
I think
he lives though.
I'll jump because I don't know where Kirkland lives. I think he does live as well. I think there's a chance. I'll throw to Dylan. Dylan get down and put him down. So in the Spider-Man retrospective, there's an episode where Captain America and Winter Skull, they fall in this teleporting thing.
That was very much inspired, for sure. By
And then what happens is they're fighting, they end up in this thing, and they just disappear. And then later on in the thing, Spider-Man brings them back, and it's been 50 years, and they've just been fighting for 50 years. I think there's a chance if Cap or Tony goes missing, I could see something like there's a sacrifice, they go with Thanos, and then both of them are just in dimensions. So I just think Thanos has become such a big villain that they want to keep that the same way in 10 years. And the good thing with Brolin, it's CG, so if he ages, it doesn't matter. I think they want to keep that in their back pocket, that 10 years from now, hey, MCU's using a little steam, one end credit scene, and it's like Thanos coming out of a portal, everyone will be like, oh my god. So I think there's a way they keep him alive. I don't know if it's put him in prison, because I agree with Dylan.
It's the Red Skull effect.
Exactly. I didn't think Red Skull would be coming back. That changed my ever life. So I don't think there's a thing, if they're all together, I think they would decide we gotta kill him. I think he escapes, or it's something where they went missing and he is gone. And
that is a really good thought. I mean, that would be a very Cap thing to do, right? To take him and Thanos into this portal, same thing.
Ooh,
and how funny
so
would it be
good.
if MCU movie after this, there's just one of the end credit scene is just them fighting, just a 1 minute segment.
Like Lord of the Rings,
each
they're
movie,
falling into a
and they're
pit.
still just going at it. Are you ready to give up yet? They just keep fighting every
I am Captain America the White. And Falcon's like, no, dude, no.
And after one movie, they're just buddies hanging out, drinking a beer, and the next time they're fighting again.
Yeah,
so a picture of Thanos just smashing a beer bottle over Cap's head.
I think that would be a good route for sure.
Yeah. So I think he'll be alive somehow. If he dies, I'm with Briggs. I'm disappointed. I think it's very possible. He's such a bad guy. Yeah. He has to go. So there's no way. I don't want to put him in a jail, because it's this guy he's gonna get out. You just know it. So
he's smart.
He's
done the calculus.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up a lot of good points about why they should save him.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you and Briggs. Well, I definitely think that they should, but I think they're gonna kill him off just because it's Endgame. I don't know.
It's the Endgame,
that's just my bold prediction. But I really, really want them to keep him, especially how you said if he comes back at an end credit scene. That would holy
good.
fuck! I would shit my pants.
Maybe they'll freeze him in ice, so we find someone in the ship and it crash lands in the Arctic.
He's half thawed.
Caps.
Or he's half frozen.
They find him, he has 2 gauntlets on.
We're done now. We're down to 20. We're down to 0. We're dead. We're gone.
He's all gone.
Just a big clap.
Everyone in the theater
TK
just
smash.
So if he does die, who kills him? I'm gonna start first because I have my theory. My first thing is my theory of him dying maybe twice. I think the first person that finds him is Thor. I think the first half an hour is just Thor hunting him down. There's one shot in the trailer, this newest one, where Thor's just flying up. He's covered by lightning and he just has this look on his face. I literally think that's just Thanos, like, he's found Thanos and Thanos is not putting up a fight. Like, I'm not going to fight you. And Thor just kind of puts him out of his misery. And then the second time if he comes back, this is my theory, and the overall kill, if it does happen, I think it will be Nebula. You're pointing to her getting a lot of screen time. I think it makes sense. I think Cap or Iron Man will do the sacrifice. I think if there's a killing blow, it actually will be Nebula.
Is that because of the comics? Because I saw there was a comic that surfaced of Nebula, and like in the same stance as she is in the trailer, but in the comics she's over Thanos with the same swords and the same thing.
Well, at one point, because Thanos never really dies in the comics, but she takes the gauntlet from him and everything like that. She's much worse in the comics. In the comics, she's just she's pretty much brain dead, and he just has her floating around him all the time just to show people what he'll do to people. This is my daughter, and look at what I did to her. Yeah, so pretty close to what in Infinity War, but she's just like this all the time. And then she gets a gauntlet, and she's like a god. So I don't know if that happens, but I think it's warrant to kill Nebula since Guardians has been talking about how much she hates her dad. So I think that works. I know it's not like the sexy pick. The only person I don't want doing it is Captain Marvel, and I love Captain Marvel, but if Captain Marvel does that, that's gonna be a big con in my review because it's not because I have any problem with her being so powerful or being a woman, anything like that. The internet might cook up. It's just that it needs to be one of the legacy characters. Yeah. It needs to be someone that's been around for the past 10 years. Nebula, not 10 years, but still, she was in that first type of phase in Guardians. So if it's anyone, but even if it's okay, maybe not Ant-Man because Paul Rudd taking Thanos, that might be a little strange, but. Just don't want Captain Marvel, really. So, but Nebula and Thor.
Nebula definitely has the spine to do it, and the story to back it up. So that's a good one for sure. Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else would do it? I don't know, maybe some like Rage and Hulk.
Yeah, just snap them.
Just snap them back.
What about Iron Man?
His arms
the
off.
thing with Thanos is like, I know who you are, Stark, or like Stark is like, you know who I am.
I think that's a good.
Stark.
I think that's a good thing. I think anyone could kill him. That's why I'm throwing out Captain Marvel's. No, I think everyone has a reason. They could kill him and you'd be like, oh, this works.
Maybe it's Hawkeye. Just give him some real cred.
I'd be so down. Gets an arrow to the eye.
I like that.
It's an arrow with a gauntlet on the end.
Yeah. I'm down for Hawkeye. That'd be so great. Everyone's been banging Hawkeye for years. And who's the guy that took out Thanos?
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
With his bare hands, too.
And his hair.
He just goes back to the farm. He's just retired. He's like, I came in, I did my duty.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
It's whoever's turn wants to talk.
So we're talking about who's gonna kill?
Who's gonna kill Thanos? If Thanos does die. With that gun? That's why she's target practicing?
I don't think she's gonna kill him with the gun. I don't think it's gonna be Nebula. I think Nebula is actually gonna die in this. I know we already went over that, but I don't know. I
can see you dying.
Like I understand you guys' motive or.
Your motives.
The motives why you'd want to kill Thanos. I understand her motives because obviously she's big hatred towards him. She's not exactly in his.
She has just a lot of hate in general.
She's not a happy camper.
No.
That's bottom line. I don't want to pin it on any one person. Honestly, I think I want to have it as like just like a gang.
It's like in
down.
Infinity War. They all actually just rip him apart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I'm getting bad vibes of the movie. I don't want to talk about.
I don't think it's gonna be Captain Marvel.
That happened on the train.
I feel like that's just a really bad play by them. Like they just introduced this character. Like they just had she just had her movie and then like she's the one to just finish it. I feel like that's huge cop out and Marvel just. I feel like they're way too smart to have something like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
So I don't really know who would do it, and I'm not gonna say any single one person, but yeah, I think it'll be a combined effort.
Taylor, you got any
This is where you just have the mics and you mute.
Don't worry, soon, fans. We're gonna be able to, mute people for side combos.
Yeah, other characters that could probably kill Thanos. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I don't think it's Captain Marvel. I mean. I really
if that happens, Taylor's gonna lose it, man.
I won't lose it, but they'll gain a bunch of feminists and stuff, supporters or.
That's not how it works.
Are you sure, Dylan?
It's not just like you're trading goods and services. What are you talking about?
You get 2 quarter feminists.
I can honestly
tell me that Captain Marvel kills 3 feminists now, like the MCU. Like, what kind of?
I could see them wanting, people want Gamora to kill Thanos, but I feel like they already highlighted her several attempts. I feel like she won't be the one to kill him.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll be there when he dies, if he dies. or however he goes, she'll be present. But other characters who could do it, I mean, not War Machine, not Black Panther, not Spider-Man.
What if it's Wolverine?
Not Falcon.
Hugh Jackman out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Last minute they shot a scene. Look,
No,
we found someone in the stone.
No. I'm thinking X-23.
Oh, the little girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be so sick. Yeah, and she's doing her like cartwheels around his head.
That'd be sick.
Taylor would hate it. Oh, I hate the action.
No, wait, what if they do get like the next villain to kill Thanos, and then he goes off?
Galactus just.
I do want Galactus to pop up.
They can't.
Not
Well,
a planet one, but
maybe end credit scene. There's always a chance. People, Red Skull's popping around.
He's floating around, really.
Yeah.
Looks like it at least.
Any other theories? Or you guys all right? Briggs only one left.
I feel like I had one, but it might be insane. Oh, Thanos from another timeline regrets what he did and travels to this timeline
Wow.
to fight Thanos.
That's
It's
deep.
a Thanos on Thanos fight.
That'd be sick.
and what if it escalates? Another Thanos comes to break up the fight. Another
He's
Thanos
like, guys,
comes to
guys.
stop that fight.
And
And
then
then
after you know you're like
Thanos.
Next thing you know,
Thanos.
you start like 6 Infinity Gauntlets in one universe. Like,
And I predict my mom's not gonna know what the fuck is going on.
It's like that Doctor Strange scene when they're all.
Oh, no.
What if Thanos was actually just a scroll the whole time?
Oh,
Wow.
yikes.
Oh, my. All right, here's a quick, easy yes or no one. Cap and Black Widow, are they officially a couple? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Maybe.
They are spending a lot of time together in this trailer.
Oh, they're definitely getting it on, but they're not a couple. They're just
Yeah.
Casual.
Oh, so-
casual.
I mean,
Oh,
half,
you
half
don't,
the-
you don't need a
everyone's
lot of
just
girls
weird, exactly.
being Captain America. You got a lot of duties to attend to.
a lot of duties.
Yeah.
Will Red Skull make any appearance in this off-season Infinity
Yeah.
War?
I
No.
think he does.
I think he does.
Use a one and done thing just to tickle the edge.
Really? One and done?
Tickle the
one and
chin.
done.
Kevin, like, you get one appearance. What do you want to
I
do?
do feel pretty confident they're going to do something to go save Gamora, and he might be involved in that. Like, maybe we'll question him or something, and
Yeah.
Cap will be like, I know you. I
You
remember you
are-
from back in the day.
You are Captain America.
Yeah, I don't think, like, I don't think they can bring him back and then not have him and Captain America to meet each other again.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think it's actually not in this movie. I think they save him, and I don't know where he pops up. He's the only string of me believing that Captain America survives, and we get a fourth one, and it's him and Red Skull going at it in the present day. So I hope Red Skull, whether it's in this movie or next one, I hope he's around. But I don't think he will be.
Honestly,
Maybe Red Skull kills Thanos and gets the stones that way because he's always trying to get the stones.
I don't know. Because
I
he
don't
just
think
kind of
so.
let
He's
Thanos
the new
get the
villain.
stone. But I don't think they'll have Captain
Is he
America
trying to get
see
stones?
Red
Yeah.
Skull in this movie because I think
Red
Captain
Skull.
America has enough shit already on his
Yeah.
plate he's dealing with, and if he
He
sees
couldn't
Red Skull, I
materialize
think he might
that
actually
stone.
break.
Yeah.
But now
Like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Peggy, I'm coming.
I agree. I think that's too much.
Yeah.
So, will any of the, we obviously talked about Gamora. Are any of the pre-snappers gonna come back? So Gamora, death by Thanos. Loki, death by Thanos. Vision, death by Thanos. All killed. But are they gonna
Wait,
come
who was the
back?
third one you said?
Vision.
Vision.
I think
Does he
Vision
have-
comes back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
I think Gamora. And Vision's a hard maybe.
Yeah, I think Gamora comes back
Maybe.
too. I don't think like they can do another
They
Guardians
say
without her.
Loki, like they said, didn't they confirm he is actually dead? And yeah, obviously he's getting a show, which is a prequel, of course.
Well,
But then,
it's not been confirmed. It's a prequel.
I thought, okay, well that aside, then I thought Loki's death was confirmed at this point, and yet people are still spinning up
I mean, he's
theories
dead,
that
but
he's.
Gamora's
But if
dead,
they're going
they
back in
bring him
time,
back.
like
Vision's
I know,
dead,
but I
they
thought
bring him
even like
back.
the actor or whatever. I just thought that there was like they didn't.
Everyone that's died has said they're dead. They're not. Tom Hiddleston's not gonna be. Oh yeah, I come back in the end of the movie. I'm really stoked to be
I
the
mean,
Thor 4.
Spider-Man's good, right?
Yeah.
True. I don't know. I the way I took it, I thought like that he was out and like he wasn't gonna come back in like future installments or something.
But this is my
Yeah.
problem. If one of them comes back, how can they all not come back? Because Loki, especially
and I mean,
the first one
they're
to
clearly
die.
not done with the character because they're doing a show about his past.
But maybe
Or-
that's them pursuing that in a different light because they're done with him in the main MCU.
But we don't know if it's about his past. We just know it's a show. That's all they've said.
But
so
sometimes
far.
Yeah,
he
he's
plays like a
married,
kid
I
in
think.
it or something.
Well, they said that, but then they said
Maybe
Tom
it has-
Hiddleston is starring in it again.
Maybe they have a
I didn't hear that recent report.
We don't
so
know.
There you go.
That's why I kind of wish the shows weren't happening right now because I feel like there's a Vision of Scarlet Witch show that's confirmed, and I feel like that's not a prequel. And I feel like if Vision comes back, I feel like Loki has to come back because he died before, way before Vision.
He died differently. Vision was a robot.
Yeah, technically, he can be repaired.
Yeah,
Stronger.
true.
$6 million man.
Better
True.
before.
I'm fine with that then. I just don't. I'm the same person that I don't want Gamora to come back, but I agree with Dylan. I think they're not done with her,
Yeah.
especially Gunn's back now, which we'll talk about a bit. So
yeah, he's gonna want that green.
yeah, so I
All of that green.
think Vision and
No.
Gamora for sure, and I think I will say Loki stays dead, but they need to do it in a smart way, which they will, the MCU. But it does have me curious if those two somehow come back, and I think we're gonna see Loki though a lot in this movie. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna go back to Avengers 1, and
Mm.
I think they might be they might tell him what goes down, and he might maybe help them out. Because even in the first Avengers, there's one moment where Thor's talking to him, and he considers stopping, and then he stabs Thor.
Mhm.
I think there's a chance they can.
I don't think so. I think they already
You'll
kind of gave him that scene in Infinity War to show that he is a good guy after all. And I mean, Ragnarok was mostly that anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that was definitely a standoff in
Yeah.
my eyes with that classic moment where he tries to stab Thanos, proving that he's once and for all a good guy. I don't think he's coming back at all.
We'll see. Even in like time travel scenes.
No, I don't think so.
Really, I think 100%. I think we're.
I'll agree with you on that. I think flashback scene, or not flashback, time travel scenes, going back to New York and stuff. I think for sure he's gonna pop up in there. Because aren't there like set images of them like back?
They're filming at New York, but people think they don't know if it's a flashback or time travel. But the thing is, on those set photos, Paul Rudd is popping around, so it makes no sense if they're filming a flashback why Paul Rudd's there. So, because my theory is, I think Iron Man.
Paul Rudd's the one who mastered the time travel, right? If that is what they do.
Yeah.
Through the quantum realm.
I think
It's
Iron
likely.
Man and Ant-Man are the two that are going back, and I think the rest of them will be in like present day or in some universe trying to stop Thanos. It'll be like Thanos is gonna get here. We need to stop him from getting to the quantum realm stuff, whatever. But I think, I think Ant-Man and Tony, because I don't think you send Ant-Man back alone, because I feel like he's not an OG Avenger. I don't think you let him be like the main guy to take us to the past.
You don't let him have a big arc on his own.
Yeah, and if you have Tony with you, he can be the one like, hey, I'm from the future.
Yeah.
If it's just Scott Lang, be like, I'm from the future, maybe like, hey,
And he's
dude.
not like, obviously the time travel's huge, but he's not like the most powerful in his own right.
No.
He's limited for sure.
He loses that
orange
suit.
slices.
He can't fly, so.
Orange slices.
Orange slices.
Pre-snappers, anyone good on that? Or?
Yeah, I think Loki's gone. I think he'll appear in the back. Sorry, Tina. I think he'll appear in like the flashback scenes, but I don't see them bringing them back. I don't really know how you would save him. I think I'm gonna boldly predict that Gamora stays dead. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm pretty unset on that, but I'm just gonna go with the bold prediction, and then I don't know. I think they'll bring back Vision. I don't really know how they would do that.
He
but
might be different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I personally I would like that they all stay dead. Maybe like the only one who I'd be happy with them bringing back is Vision.
Yeah.
But I do think if they bring back I could very easily see them bring back Gamora.
Yeah,
Just for
me
Guardian-
too.
the next
Especially for like the
Guardians,
next Guardians, yeah.
that kind of thing.
I
But
feel like Vision's
I
kind
hope
of
they don't.
it's kind of on like a different category though, because he's just like a robot.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
it'd be
And
pretty-
you could have Dark Vision, and they
Ooh,
put like a
Dark
dark
Vision.
mind stone in him, and he's just evil. He's the new villain.
Oh, we have this backup on a computer, and
Yeah.
Ultron
So
put
you
a
back
virus in it. And it's Ultron, oh no. Yeah, I bet we'll see
He's
him.
back.
Here's a fun
Back
Stu
Ultron.
one. How much screen time does Cap's beard have? I put that in because I thought it would be 0, but after that Captain Marvel post-credit scene, he still has that beard. So I'm going a solid.
Does he have it in the whole trailer?
No,
No.
not at all.
It's just the
Not at all.
one.
I'm going a solid 25 minutes.
Wow, I was gonna go 20.
Like 25 minutes of specific screen time.
Are we doing like
25 minutes into the movie and then it will be gone. Because I think the first 15-20 minutes are going to be right after Snap, and then I think they're going to time jump to
Are we
like a
doing the
year.
Price is Right rules on this one, or?
So you can't go over?
Is that what it is?
Sure, to simplify it. Then I'll go 22. I'll go 22 if we're going Price is Right rules.
Okay, I'll go 22 minutes and 30 seconds.
I did 20 minutes flat.
Cool.
I go like 28 minutes.
Respectful. You gotta go with that 2-minute play. You have to.
That's the way
$1, Drew.
I need to go. Ooh, that's tough. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I'll go 5 minutes.
Are you writing it
But I
down,
feel
or
like
do you
saying
memorize
1
it?
second would just be BM to screw.
I've recorded proof, you fuck.
Yeah, I
You
know.
fuck.
Why scroll through there
You
just to
fuck.
find it, afterwards?
Why
I know
use
that
the
5
camera?
minutes.
Will there
The
be
fans will document it for us.
will there be a post-credit scene?
Yes.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Oh, yeah.
it's Thanos coming up.
There's gonna be like 7 of them.
With 2 gauntlets. They're just boxing mitts.
I'm going no. I don't think there's gonna be. I think they're gonna leave it a definitive end, and I don't think they're even gonna hint towards the future in this movie. I think because I got Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, the first 2 years in the new MCU is just gonna be solo movies. I think they're gonna they're gonna be post-credit scenes in other movies, but I think especially if this is like Cap Down or something like that, I don't think they want you to be like, oh, what's next? I think they want you to sit in that moment to be like, look what just happened in this, because they keep saying this is the end game in the
Well,
end.
what if they do something that's just like an American flag or something, just waving in the wind in like some barren wasteland?
See, I would think it would be that, but that's what fades to credits. I think at a barren wasteland. What happened to the wasteland?
It's like-
Did they lose?
They let the nuke go to New York. New York's now a wasteland.
Let's just kill everybody. What? Yeah, so that's my
I feel like
prediction.
we already had that moment in Infinity War though, because it just ended and then we were all just sitting there shocked.
But there was an end credit scene in that with Captain Marvel, right? The
Yeah.
pager. So I think that's just it's a hard prediction. But
I think there's definitely post credits. I think 3 of them.
I think honestly there'll be probably one funny one if they do it.
I don't want
Because
a
they've
funny
always
one.
done
But
those
the
kind of
funny
ones. But then I
one.
also think there'll be another one where
I don't know.
I've-
It's just Feige.
I have enough faith that it's like that wouldn't happen.
I feel like there'll be another
That
one
would
that'll either
sour.
be like a short little cut from either Spider-Man or something else.
Maybe it'll be like-
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be like the last Stan Lee cameo, like because they're probably
Yeah.
that might be the last recorded one.
They
right?
have one for Spider-Man as well. That's
okay.
what Feige
Never
said.
mind.
So.
I take it back.
That was a good prediction.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to it half. I'm gonna half hold on to that prediction.
And then last one I have, when are the Snap people gonna come back?
Winner? Like
Yeah, like
time-wise?
in the movie. Because I know Taylor wants that big panel shot, but if you get that, that means they can't come back
The
at
way
the
I'm
end.
picturing it, at the end of the movie, this Avengers theme is gonna kick in, and they're gonna be panning, and like the dust is gonna be like forming into their figures. They're gonna be saying they're ready to go. It's gonna be panning around. There'll be like 60 characters. It's gonna be so good.
I don't think you're gonna get that because I have a strong suspicion the Snap people aren't gonna even remember what happened. I don't think.
I would hope I wouldn't remember if I was Snap.
And I also don't think they want to put that on a 16-year-old Peter Parker to be gone through that trauma. Because in Spider-Man Far From Home, he still looks like he's having a fun time. So I think they're not gonna have any memory of what happened. So I think it's come back at the end. I don't think you're getting your 60 panorama shot, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Could be.
I don't want like the. So you think we get like a little pan shot that was similar to
I
the
can
first
see we
Avengers?
don't even.
I don't think you.
I can see we don't even see a shot of them coming back.
They just get out of a bus, all of them.
What do you mean you don't see a shot?
Like we don't see any of those Snap people come back.
We don't see them come back at all? So when do they come back?
Really?
Just in their respective movies.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I think
think
you
so.
gotta give the
This movie's
viewers.
3 hours long.
You know,
You can give at least 10 minutes to them.
I think
2?
2 minutes.
I think it's
Cap's
like.
beard gets
That's
more
that's
time
more
than
than weird.
I think it's like if you know X-Men Days of Future Past when Wolverine wakes up and everything's fine. I think some character will wake up and everything's fine. They'll be like, going to Avengers Tower and you'll see like Mark Ruffalo be
Yeah.
like, I'm working on this equation and like, oh.
Yeah, like
And then
maybe.
Rhodey's like, he is! And then it's like, oh, he's back.
That sounded like a Rick and Morty skit.
Yeah. Like even if they did do an end credit scene, it could be like something like that where it's like Peter Parker wakes up for like school or something.
Mhm.
It's something where it's like at the end of the movie you don't know if they actually succeeded or not, as far as the good guy, like the main plot is concerned, and then it's
Really?
the end credits where it's like they actually did succeed.
I will not subscribe to that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just throwing out things that come to my mind.
Throw it out.
Organizations.
He didn't accuse anyone.
He accused Feige of making that move. Anything else? Anything else anybody want to shove?
Heidi
in
made a lot of
predictions?
moves. I think it's valid.
Blade is in this movie.
I hope him and Nick Cage.
No, not Nick
Taylor
Cage, no,
immediately
sir.
subscribed to this theory.
Oh yeah, because honestly, all the humans are
Thanos
snapped.
is
The
actually-
vampires are rising up.
Hell yeah. That's
Thanos is
the
actually a
next villain.
vampire.
Vampires.
We're getting the rights to X-Men.
Because
Fantastic
technically
Four,
they're
Silver
dead
Surfer.
already, so
Yes,
they're not
they
a
can't be
living
snapped.
being, so they can't be snapped.
Exactly.
That scene with Hawkeye with the sword, that was for like the Ronin Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
What?
Sorry, say that again.
There's a. You want to explain?
Like Ronin as in like samurai Ronin?
Yeah, when you just hold
Not
sword.
like
Yeah.
not like big
Yeah.
bad boy Creed Ronin.
Not Creed
No.
Ronin. It's spelled, they spell it differently. The armor
It's
work.
yeah. Oh.
I didn't realize you were talking about
Does he
that
have a
character
sword
like
at
that.
some point? I didn't even
In the
know.
trailer, or the first trailer.
Yeah, it's like he
Killed
just
some
killed a bunch of
Yakuza.
people,
Oh,
and
right,
he's
yeah.
just like.
There's not, like half of all the universe is gone. You still have to kill more people. What a bad guy.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
There's still bad people out there.
Yeah, there's probably more
Half.
bad people.
Yeah.
People.
It's actually a good point.
Because like half of the government officials are dead.
Again,
what better time for bad people? To
Another
lie
flaw in
than
Thanos'
truth?
plan, because like yes, it just it's fair and it's 50-50, but then like a bunch of those people could have been criminals that were left
See,
alive.
kids, calculus
He
can only
doesn't
get you
give a shit
so
about that.
far.
Though. All he cares about is like the resources.
Yeah.
The resources, yes.
It's not a
All
great
those
point.
resources.
All about the
But what about
resources.
like all the trees and stuff? Are they living?
Yeah, they
Did
all.
half of the living resources also get?
I believe so.
Like
the
Didn't they
bacteria.
say that
Half
that
of all
the
bacteria
living
go.
plants and stuff were affected too? I thought I read
I
that
think they
somewhere.
just said animals. I don't think they said plants.
What about
Really?
like insects?
I think anything that's
Well,
yeah,
the
anything
bumblebees.
That's a lot of
The
ants.
bees are
What if
already
you believe that
endangered.
plants are animals?
yeah.
Yeah, but if the bees are endangered, then they have like there's, say let's say like there's,
Thanos, so snap. We have anything.
I don't think we only have like one snow
but
leopard left.
it's
That's
like
not
8
cool.
billion humans, and then now there's only 4 billion humans. But if there's only 500 bees and now there's
Yeah,
only 250
yeah.
bees, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
And then there's less humans
the
to destroy
ratio.
the bees' habitat, so they can make a comeback.
But then we have an overpopulation amount of bumblebees.
It's
And
true.
then-
Yeah, and that's
Avengers
great.
5. They're fighting off gigantic bees.
Ant-Man 3.
yeah, exactly.
And the wasps.
What did we do? What did we do?
Sorry,
we need
my
to fight
red
these
jacket
ants.
comes back.
Yeah.
Buy Bumblebee.
Please, no.
A leather jacket. Oh man. And it's yellow jacket by the way, not leather jacket.
I didn't even hear you say
That's just any guy on the street.
I think I
Look, it's leather jacket.
jacket.
That's my superhuman.
Oh,
Thanos has his leather
I'm
jacket.
leather
Oh
jacket.
yeah, Alex Kensington. Okay, that's your end game.
I got another one.
Oh, Kirkland's still going.
So in the scene when they're in that airport, and they're all like wearing those
The
plastic
Avengers
suits.
base, not an airport.
Plastic suits.
Sorry.
Come on.
Simmer.
But so people that weren't there were Captain Marvel and Thor, right?
Yeah.
I have a prediction that
And Rocket.
that's true. Yeah.
They're banging.
Rocket and
Well,
Thor.
Rocket was there.
Well,
because
Rocket
in the first
filmed it
trailer,
the
they
same.
show him
I have a
walking,
prediction
remember?
that
Right. It's weird. No, Taylor's right. In the first trailer,
I
Rocket
want to hear
was there.
Kirkland's
Taylor's
theory.
Kirkland's theory. We sat down for your left arm theory. So.
that's
And
true.
the bees.
Actually, I was already sitting there.
I have a theory, especially since they showed a little bit of chemistry between Thor and Captain Marvel. I have a theory that they're actually gonna like fuck off from the rest of the group and go do their own thing.
We're out.
We didn't actually care about half the people, so.
We're going
Yeah.
to Slam Town.
Well, not necessarily. That's not necessarily where I was going with that.
Yeah.
But,
But it's like it's there.
yeah, like
It's assumed, right?
I don't know the context.
I'm
but
shipping it.
I think they're going off on. I don't know. They just like I feel like the crew's gonna split off, and then the two OP guys, Thor and Captain Marvel, will go. I don't know.
Don't you want to?
Hunt Thanos.
I agree with you.
I think they
Split
could go
up
hunt
the
Thanos.
They could, yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out the placing of it all because I do think that there's so many hair changes, and the thing is, it looks like Captain Marvel to me shows up right away, and they might be like, "There's nothing we can do," and she just leaves. And I don't think it's still because that one shot in the trailer where Ant-Man comes out, everything's growing on trees and everything like that. I think he comes out like he's been crawling around for like a year or two, and when he comes out, everything's messed up, and he has the answers to. Because Captain Marvel, she's powerful, but she can't fix the snap. There's nothing she can do. So I feel like I don't know what they're doing, but I feel like they could go off and do. Yeah, they're just
Maybe-
gonna kill Thanos, kill people, but
Maybe they'll pull a Superman from the '70s move and just go fly
Go
around
around.
The Earth until it just goes back in time.
have you seen the Richard Donner classic Superman? That's what we're gonna do.
Not a bad idea, really. Just scientific.
I don't think it would work, but
They worked in that movie.
That's
Superman.
true.
What else are you gonna do?
yeah, exactly. You gotta try everything.
So because
Enough
Loki,
about his left arm.
no, it's not the left arm. This is about Loki. So Loki is
Loki's
like
left arm.
he obviously can't resist the temptations of the Tesseract, right? Like
Okay,
he is
yeah.
all about that
The
Tesseract.
Tesseract.
So
I
if
think
he
the Tesseract's destroyed though.
it is, but if Loki, let's say he was still alive and he knew that Captain Marvel was,
Oh,
like, part of the
no!
Tesseract, you think he's gonna be like Captain Marvel? Why bother with Thor? Come hang out on the trickster side.
What?
No.
Why did this happen?
I've always got the feeling that this Loki is homosexual in the MCU for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, that's just a read I've got on the way Hiddleston's played the character. So.
Okay.
It's just they've never paired him off with anybody, so I can have my agenda. But I don't think Loki's gonna be. I don't think
Are
Loki's
you going
gonna.
after him?
Like straight
Oh,
homosexual?
I think going after Tom Hiddleston. Come on.
Straight
Grandmaster
homosexual? You mean like
for
bi,
sure.
like maybe a little bit? Because I could definitely see that.
I think
I
maybe
didn't
it's.
think he got in favor with the grandma.
I think maybe it's like Deadpool where he's asexual and he's just fucking a bunch of, or sorry, pansexual, because they come all across aliens and rock monsters, I think you're gonna do a lot of
Is
stuff.
that asexual?
I know.
Well,
He could be. We've never seen with somebody.
That's
No, I
true.
don't think Loki's gonna be instantly attracted to Captain Marvel because she has Tesseract going through her.
Okay.
Just like, get away, you creep. He's just like, I can smell the Tesseract, and she just destroys him. Plus, I want Loki to be alive because I still want that Loki Doctor Strange movie, you know. So
Loki.
That would be pretty cool.
oh yeah, that was.
yeah,
But I think we'll get a Mysterio Doctor Strange.
Mysterio, Doctor Strange, Loki.
Yeah,
let's
but
do it
when
all.
they're on the same team and they're doing crazy magic stuff together.
Who?
Doctor Strange and Mysterio.
When are they gonna be on the same team?
I don't know. After he defeats the Elementals and Peter Parker's like, hey, you should be a good guy.
No, he
I
ain't
know
gonna be
some
a good
cool
guy.
magic dudes.
But we know
That's
that
a
Peter
cool
Parker
magic dude.
lives in the same rough like city as Doctor Strange's
New York.
fresh.
Yeah,
That's
all
the
in
one.
New York.
yeah, all these fuckers
New
except
York's a
for
big place.
except for Black Panther lives in New York. Even then, he's setting up
like
show.
Wakanda.
He does.
embassy in New
Remember,
York.
they're setting it up for sure. Or no, I guess in Harlem. It's still close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah.
From Spider-Man.
Anything else on our game?
You can web there in under 10 minutes.
Under 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about a man who we thought didn't survive the snap, but somehow has made it back from, I don't know, hell somehow, whatever it's been. Last July,
Contract hell.
Comic-Con, contract hell. Last Comic-Con, we got the news that James Gunn had been released from his duties.
Last July. Wow.
Last July, because of some inappropriate tweets. Obviously, it was a big hoopla, big internet controversy, the tweets, and then the firing. He did Suicide Squad, and you gotta love James Gunn when he comes back. It's always in weeks. Like now, this is again the third week we've been talking about him because there was Suicide Squad news, there was cast news, and now this same thing when he got fired. It was all this news back to back to back.
Yeah.
What do we think? He is directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it's going to start production right after he finishes Suicide Squad 2. That was said in the article, and James Gunn has put out a statement. Batista got what he wanted, so he's pretty happy. What do we think? He's finished off the trilogy, and we also have the first ever director directing DC and Marvel
So
at the
he's
same time.
working on Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad goes in production this fall. He's going to shoot that,
Really?
do the edit, and then right after the edit, he's going over
And
back
so
to Marvel.
originally it was supposed to be that Guardians was coming out after Spider-Man, right?
2020, so it was the next one after. So it was supposed to be next year, but it was, I think, the first or second in that vicinity. Yeah,
So that's definitely, they're not holding to that.
I think they're
language.
aiming for like 2021 now, so kind of a year delay, which makes sense. It's been a year since he's been off the project.
So I'm sure that will still fit, like timeline wise, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
Guardians kind of just doing their own thing most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted this from the start. I wanted James Gunn to continue making these movies. Obviously, he's made two really good movies that are very different in their own ways and highlight so many different characters all in one. And it was our first foray into like just crazy space stuff throughout the MCU as well, and it fit in perfectly. There's just so much going on with those movies that make them so entertaining and fun, and he was definitely the creative mind behind it. So I always wanted him to continue doing them. So I'm glad that he is. I definitely did not expect this though.
Yeah, me
This
either.
this was pull me out from under the rug. I don't know.
Pull me out from Dylan, you there?
I accept halfway through that I don't know how to word this.
I'm hiding from the bees.
Like I'm hiding under the rug now. I think it's good, and it's kind of funny because I was wondering if they were gonna, change up something in Infinity War to get Drax out of there because of that big defense that he had for his friend there. So, I wonder if you made that joke of, like they're just gonna kill Falcon off. Like as soon as the snap is undone, they're gonna kill Falcon off. I could picture that, that was the case, but then they called it and hey, we're getting rid of Batista, we want you to do some more scenes. And then Batista comes back and they're like, hey, we need you to come back and record another scene. It'll be quick, just very quick. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I'm excited. It's gonna obviously be a while now before this movie comes out, which oh well, at least it's happening. I mean, I guess it was already gonna happen, but
Yeah.
whatever. This is gonna be better than whoever else was working on it, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So.
no, I'm definitely excited to hear this news.
Yeah.
Definitely unexpected. I don't know, just the way that they just abruptly just sent him off, no art.
Yeah, it was very quick.
Yeah, exactly. He was just gone.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, those first two movies, he just did such a good job, and obviously you want the guy that was the mastermind behind those two finishing off, right? That's the ideal situation.
Especially if they were gonna use his script still.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You need
What's
the guy who wrote the script.
His name's still gonna be in the credits, so it's what's
Yeah.
the point if you're trying to hide him? It's his name will be right up there.
Just really small font.
Yeah, written by
Just a very quick cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
James Pistol.
Pistol Pete.
I actually watched a few of our James Gunn casts earlier today, just because I was curious about what I had said at that time, and I do actually.
You were
stand,
all for the firing.
Well, no.
Weren't you? I thought you were pretty with
No,
tweets.
my main theory at the time.
Bad,
The tweets were bad. My main theory at the time, which I'm glad that I was kind of all for, was that I think their plan was to fire him, let him be, and then let everything simmer down. And it's even why James Gunn kind of came forward at the time. He was like, it's fine, just everyone just simmer down, calm down. Dave Bautista was triggered. But,
Big
they
Dave.
Give me what I want!
They didn't tell him what was going on.
No, you can't.
Everyone was in on it except Dave Bautista.
So, but that
Hey, let's not David on this one, alright? Let's just fuck with him for the next few months.
but I do feel like they
I
had a
pictured
whole
that, like, right
intention.
before the announcement, he just sent like a really bad email. To Disney.
Oh yeah. I feel like they had the intention of bringing him back on, especially if they revealed they were going to use James Gunn's script. So I feel like that plan was for them to bring back James Gunn at some point in the future. This is just a very proper, normal way of them just letting the situation diffuse itself, because they know obviously how to make people feel and manipulate people into going to see these movies. So I don't think it's hard for them to manipulate the crowd into calming down after a feud like this. So. They're not idiots. They know how to deal with this kind of stuff, and I feel like everyone's now, they're not even talking about his past. They're all happy about this, and it's just I still stand by the fact that I think it's just a well executed play by Disney, and I'm happy because he is a good director, and everything that's happened, it was come to terms with and dealt with in the past. So I mean, I think it's good. He does good work, and he's doing Suicide Squad 2, which I think is awesome. So it'd be cool to see his work back to back and how he delivers. So.
Well, can I ask you then if you thought, because I'm trying to find the report, because I don't know if it was reputable or not, because there was a report today, someone was saying that Disney never intended to hire another director. So Taylor, you could be right, but how do you explain the Suicide Squad 2 kind of road bump? Because you would think that if that was the plan, and maybe that's why I don't even know
Are
if
you
he was in on
thinking
it.
like what if that like Disney after seeing that
Well,
decided to bring it back?
Dave's like, James, go work for DC and Feige will come pick you
But
up
I'm
again."
saying that's only one thing of people, because I'm trying to find this report, because I think it's from a big, a deadline variety of they were never intending to hire anyone else. So my thing is, I would understand if he just went and did a movie, but the fact that he's doing Suicide Squad 2, I don't even think that there's a Marvel DC rivalry, not like that, but just like a big comic book movie. How does that work in your kind of Illuminati conspiracy theory? And I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong. I'm just saying how did that work? Because that now it delays Guardians. That's a big production, and there's a chance we don't know, because Warner Brothers I'm sure was in this lie. There's a chance they have him signed on for sequels for Suicide Squad, so he could literally direct Suicide Squad 2. Guardians 3, and then Suicide Squad 3.
Honestly, I feel like this is something that at the time, they brought James into the room and they're like, okay, we're gonna let you go, and then at some point, we're gonna push the production a year ahead for Guardians 3 because we're gonna put you off for a year.
Yeah.
And that being said, you can go off, you can direct what you need to do, you can do whatever, but this way it'll blow over and things will calm down, and in turn, eventually when we'll announce that we bring you back, they will, the crowd will be just calm down and be more accepting and embracing of it. And I feel like it's just timing out well because it's just a year after, and I feel like Disney or Marvel is okay with the fact that he's doing, Suicide Squad 2 because they understand he's a director. He's gonna go off and do those kinds of things, and he's not gonna make Suicide Squad 2 like a ripoff of Guardians, I'm sure. But I feel like. I don't know, I feel like it's all just one big understanding that the higher-ups like Feige and stuff and James Gunn, they all came into a room, they all just talked about it and came to a final kind of understanding, and this is just the result of it a year later. So, because it's all perfectly timed, and Marvel isn't throwing him under the bus. He is directing.
They did originally though.
They did at the beginning, but he has Suicide Squad 2, and it's not like, oh, you're doing that. Well, you know what? You're gonna do that. You're too busy. We want our movie out by 2020. If they wanted that movie out by 2020, they would have had a director right away.
Yeah.
Marvel wastes no time on these kinds of things, which is again why I feel like they were waiting for this because that's a long time that went by that they could have got someone in there. So I feel like it's all part of their plan.
So I'll play the devil's advocate as far as if it's not a conspiracy theory. I think a few things that happened. I think he handled it well. Batista not so much, but I think there's an inciting incident, and it's all about the what comes next. And there was a meeting we covered lots of times. There was an exciting incident. He went and met with them, and they still said, "Hey, we're not going to work with James." And then he was quiet. He wasn't on Twitter, and I assumed nothing happened. He wasn't trashing anybody. So that shows that whether he's changed or even you as a person can change. Like if you take the high road, sometimes it is best. And I say that for people out there because in the past I've not always taken the high road, and it's not worked out. So I think that's one thing why he handled it well in the public and whatever I think privately. I think another reason, because they've said this has been going on for months, so I think the plan was to bring him back. I think a reason why it's coming out now is because you had all this Captain Marvel backlash and whatnot, all these people downvoting Rotten Tomatoes, and then when you go and see the success of Captain Marvel, it was not affected at all. So I really think they went, now's time, because now I think they found out all these people are tweeting negative stuff against Captain Marvel and Brie Larson because they weren't a fan of some of her comments. And I think they're maybe seeing, is there going to be an effect on the box office? And there wasn't. So I think now they know these tweets that James Gunn did, our parents aren't going to know about. Most mainstream. Now that's going to be, 4 years later? Mm-hmm. And plus, any questions he get asked about this, he's going to get asked about it on the Suicide Squad 2 press tour, not their press tour. Yeah. So by the time he gets to filming, they're going to be over this rock big time. I'm just shocked. There's many people that did have your theory, thought it would come back. I never thought it would happen. I thought Disney is just, this is the way we're not going to look like fools. Because even if it is a conspiracy, they still look like they got egg on their face, right? Like they made a mistake.
But then why, if you're saying they just saw the result of Captain Marvel making the same amount of money even though there was so much bias online, that was in the span of literally not that much time.
No, I think that's why this announcement's coming out now. I think they were always intending, but I think that's why it's funny the week after Captain Marvel, all this controversy, big success. Oh yeah, I'm bringing James Gunn back too. Because it's it's not going to affect us in the long run. To me, if there is no conspiracy, I think Disney was the person that breaks up with somebody, that somebody goes and gets a new girlfriend, and they're like, hey, I did really miss James, and you want to come back, and they're like...
Yeah, it could straight up be that they were working with other directors and trying to discuss everything, and Feige was just I'm not having it, you need to get James Gunn back.
And I feel the Suicide Squad excitement is building up, this cast, Batista's gonna join Suicide Squad, I don't know if that's happening anymore, but all this stuff, I don't know, but Idris Elba's aboard, all this stuff was happening, and I feel it was kind of well... what is this over about?
Did they confirm that, he's replacing
No, he's just, who? Idris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they confirmed. Wow.
So, yeah, I'm all for it. I always said I understood why, I thought it was too quick. I always said I understood why they fired him. They're a comedy that's about children, and those jokes were very bad. But on a personal level, I want to direct this film because I think that could be MCU's best trilogy. I think both Guardians 1 and 2 are practically perfect comic films, so I'm excited. I'm just happy we're getting the end to his trilogy, and and I don't know, whatever happens next. And this guy, he's better off than he was before. He got $10 million when they bought him out. He's going to get a new deal, and he's directing a DC and a Marvel movie. He's doing all right. And that's so weird to have a guy that's working on a Marvel and DC movie at the same time. That are I know you said it won't be the same thing, but it's very similar. It's a team of
Maybe that was the plan, and Feige's you need to fucking sabotage.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bigger conspiracy.
Sure. This is all
I don't
worried.
think Feige is scared of DC right now.
No. Playing it safe, though.
Oh boy. Briggs, any thoughts on Mr. Gunn being back?
Mostly just surprised. Mm-hmm. I did not think it was I don't think Disney. I didn't think they had it in them to be all right, maybe we do bring him back. I would think Disney would be this is our decision, and we're sticking with it for the next million years.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a million and 1 year. Maybe they're yo, James Gunn, you're still around. But overall, I'm pretty happy about it as far as the Guardians is concerned. I do think even if someone did pick up the mantle and made a good Guardians 3 even, I still don't think it would have been received the same. I think it always would have been but it wasn't James Gunn.
Yeah.
What would James Gunn have wanted to do with this?
Comparisons all
the
time.
There's no way it could have been as much of a success compared to if they did bring James Gunn back. And I'm excited to see what he has in store for us to finish off the trilogy. Mm-hmm. So I'm more surprised than really feeling happy or sad about it or whatnot. I think it's fine that they are bringing him back. And yeah, so I think there's probably just a number of factors. I don't think they fired him with the plan of bringing him back. I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
so.
a little too much.
It's too.
I think
Disney doesn't play.
if they had that though, I don't think they would have fired him in the first place. They would have had some. They have like they could have marketed. They could have done some crazy marketing spin to just not fire him, but or
just even delay the movie and say we're gonna evaluate the situation. We'll let you know, and then now that we've decided you can direct it, you know.
Yeah, but this way it was black and white, cut, paste, and it was done. And then like a year later, they just bring him back, and none's the wiser. So
I'm saying, I can go to your theory, but I'm
gonna call him up.
Yeah.
Okay. Tweet at him.
Big Dave.
Tweet at him. See the answers.
I can definitely see, like, obviously Dave Bautista as the most vocal of the Guardians of the thing. But I could
I love
see...
Bautista.
He's also the biggest.
Just think that it worked out for him too. He called Disney Nazi lovers, and he still has a job there employed, like crazy.
Well, that's right. Obviously, they're gonna hire Johnny Depp back, right?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
It's a can of worms.
But yeah, I think the rest of the Guardians probably did have some sway more behind the scenes as far as like their willingness to work with other directors. I'm sure they would have worked with stuff, but like they may not have been as enthusiastic about certain things. They may have been like, oh well, like we want this, or we're not going to be doing this other thing.
Yeah.
Just like more appropriate than Dave Bautista per se, and then I'm sure Kevin Feige also probably. I could see there being a thing like. No one's as good. Like none of this is working. Like I'm not happy with what these people are doing. Like we need James Gunn back.
Other directors did that too because they asked Taika like a few months ago if he would direct, and he said he would because that's James' film, you know. And the Doctor Strange director said the same. So it seemed like all the directors of the MCU really stood by him too. They didn't even say like, "Oh, I won't direct." They don't care. They always would almost make a statement to be like, "He should be directing this." You know, it was him, the Doctor Strange one, and Ant-Man. Those three were really vocal about not Bautista vocal, but
there's no director that was like just worming his way in there to.
There might have been, but not publicly at least.
The guy who directed Thor 2.
Poor Alan Taylor.
Wants to throw some night elves in there.
Dark elves.
They accept him in the interview, and then Feige just executes him.
Didn't you do that Dark World movie for us?
All right, you're not getting the game.
That's how they clean up after themselves.
Allocate?
Really? They're going to bring them back, and then Feige's just there.
You can
put that one over their head.
Series.
Oh yeah.
Feige really is the judge, jury, and executioner of the MCU.
He'll do it all.
He's the man. Anything else on James Gunn?
Nah.
Last piece of news I have is the Aladdin trailer. We watched that. That movie is coming out at the end of May. I think this trailer was fine. I think it just has a lot of nostalgia, and I think that's why people are excited. I don't understand this whole, not everybody, but a lot of people just right away turn over and be like, this looks great. I think Will Smith actually looks better. The CG looks more finished. So, because I remember when the first trailer came out, they had the trailer, and then they had the photo, and the photo looked a lot better. So, maybe by the time I get to the movie, I think the look overall is still not the greatest, but at least the CG's looking good. The two things I worry the most, other than Will Smith's genie, I think performance-wise he'll be great. The guy playing Aladdin, I don't know him from anything, just doesn't seem the strongest, and I'm very worried about Jafar. Jafar is not looking good. Jafar is one of the best.
Jafar.
He's one of the best Disney villains, and he's just looking, as the kids used to say, 2006 weak sauce. So, yeah.
I remember those days.
From day one,
I don't think
thought.
I ever said that.
I think from day one, the directors were wrong. So I will not believe this is a great movie until I'm in the theater, sitting down, and hopefully it is. I love Aladdin. Aladdin's my favorite, second favorite Disney classic one, not counting Pixar. So I don't want this to be bad. I want to go in and love the fuck out of this, watch this all the time, show it to Gwen. So I just hope it's good, but I still have vibes from I don't know. So that's how I feel about the Aladdin.
Well, I'm a lot more optimistic. Let's just say that. After the first trailer, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be a rough watch along." But I don't know. Just like you said, it's looking a little more polished, and Jafar, I don't really know much.
Hot
to say.
Jafar.
He's just I don't know, but Jasmine looks great. Aladdin, I don't know. He's kind of looks like the original Aladdin, I guess. I agree with you. I haven't seen him in anything, so I don't really know what to expect.
I'm just not getting much screen presence, I know I'm biased, but I've been saying for a while now, Naomi Scott is gonna be a big star, and she just looks like very charismatic in those trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of just
And, it's his movie. It's called
yeah,
Aladdin,
yeah.
so,
I actually think it's Will Smith's movie, to be
Well,
honest. I feel like it's gonna be mostly, hey, him doing Hitch as a genie.
Hitch is genie.
That's what he's doing. The whole movie's giving dating advice.
I've never
so.
seen Hitch. So.
Oh, okay. Great movie.
Watch it
John
before you
Evans.
watch this.
It's probably a better movie, to be honest.
Ooh, shots fired.
Seriously, big shot.
I don't know. This trailer, it did better for me than the first one, so let's just leave it at that.
You did good.
Yeah, when I got the first trailer for Aladdin, I went and ordered because I couldn't find Aladdin like the original on DVD anywhere.
Why did I always have
wanted
this?
So like
A steel case.
I ordered it online from Best Buy, and I finally got it. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm so happy this is my collection, and I just watched it. It was great. And then the more these trailers came up with the live action movie, just got more and more excited. Honestly, like this trailer itself just. I love how there was literally less than like a month span between trailers, and separating them was that Frozen 2, which was meant to kind of like pull the attention away. And then they just are like, okay, well, here's another trailer of Aladdin, and it's just amazing how just a recut of scenes and score can totally change people's like mind and perspective and how they take something in. And I love that. I think it's absolutely fantastic the way the manipulation.
I love product manipulation.
Disney's manipulation, and so I honestly, having said though, the trailer though is great. I love the score so much, those classic tunes.
Because it's the same music that you already
I
love.
know, but I love
It's the same reason whenever a new Star Wars trailer comes out, they show Star Destroyer every fucking time. Like, and they showed the Star Destroyer. It's like, yeah, we've seen it since the Force
I
Awakens.
can't keep my pants on. It's just so good.
No, delete those tweets. Delete
No,
them.
but the thing I love about this is, yes, it's the same song, but I love when they have the original song and they throw in some new elements to it, like that
Like
Never
a
Had a
movie.
Friend Like Me. Just with that, they throw in those new like just
Some
rhythms
rapping.
to it and everything. It sounds so good. I love that.
New rhythms.
I have that song on my iPod. It's such a fantastic
The new
song.
one?
No, the original one. Like I love it. But I'm so happy to see this updated version of it and a different take. But I've actually warmed up to Jafar in this trailer quite a bit. His voice in the other trailers where he's like talking like this, like
He's
going
still
to.
doing that.
I found there was like a note darker in his voice tone.
Stockholm syndrome over here.
But I
No dark.
Hey, you want to bring your voice down just a note dark, okay? What the fuck does that mean?
Jafar knows.
But I think Aladdin himself, I think he looks like Aladdin. I think he looks great. Naomi Scott was her name. I think she looks
Big star.
fantastic as Jasmine. Easily
Sings
like
fantastic too.
Aladdin and A Bug's Life are my top like
Bug's Life.
Disney.
You would be the Bugs Life guy.
Fucking
You
love Bugs
really
Life.
would be.
I like that movie a lot. I wouldn't say it's my number one.
Yeah, it's not a family, but you'd be putting it up there. Like you're putting Bugs Life over like Lion King and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Bugs Life guy.
Cause were you that kid that walked around and had like bugs in school and like were collecting them and like a little center
Bugs.
at home?
Hey, bugs are awesome.
No, I'm not that weird, but
I don't know.
Hey, bugs are cool.
He was.
I like my collection of leather jackets and
And
stuff.
bees.
Yeah, bees.
Look at he's a beekeeper. I'm gonna go to his place tomorrow. This is gonna happen. Look at me massive all these bees.
Take it away, Dylan.
Pass.
I'm pretty indifferent towards this film. It doesn't look like a movie that I'm gonna enjoy a lot. I wouldn't say it looks bad, but I mean I'm just not a whole lot interested in it. So yeah, I mean I'm probably not gonna see it in theaters.
Have you seen the other live action Disney movies in theaters?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
There's a spy for Disney. Right away.
I
Have
don't
you
know
seen the
what
other
I
live
know
actions?
poll numbers.
He is
Yeah.
complimenting their sneakiness a lot.
Yeah.
They're so
I just-
deceptive. I love
I
it.
admire it.
Wow. That's it.
Respect.
What James Gunn Disney live action film would you want directed, Taylor?
What do I want James Gunn to direct for a live action Disney film?
Yeah.
Ooh, Little Mermaid. Or Pocahontas.
Okay, wild choices.
What would you pick?
I think any choice is a wild
I'm not
choice.
telling you, that Briggs is the correct answer over
What
there.
did you say?
Any choice.
That
is a
or
wild
like
choice.
yeah.
You
I'd
don't
say
know
the
that
only
answer.
one would be like Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that'd
that'd be
okay.
sick.
That's about
Yeah,
it.
Bugs Life would.
That's what I was hoping he was gonna say. Yeah, bring Kevin Spacey back. Yeah.
Kevin Spacey and Johnny
I don't think he's
Depp.
coming back anywhere.
Forgot
No.
about him.
He might be going somewhere, but Do you guys have any other news? I got nothing. That is all the big news.
Nothing really.
Oh, I forgot to show Marvel's doing a What If series for Disney Plus. I'm super excited. It's going to be a show about certain things happening in the MCU and what if it went this way. It's going to be animated, so that was a bit of a bummer for me. But still, I understand because they're going to bring back original stars, so it'll take a lot of time. I jotted down some quick. Boom. I thought of some ideas of like what happened if Cap didn't get frozen in the ice. What happens if Cap signed the Accords with Tony? What happened if Loki became king instead of Thor? What happened if Ultron took over the world on Ultron and then Thanos came down to Earth to try and get some stones? So those are some ideas for some what ifs I want to see. So
Cool.
That's a cool series. I'm so excited for that streaming app.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so ready.
like one of the best what if series is there's one issue literally called it's X-Men. What if the X-Men died on their first mission? And it's Xavier going like this, and it's just like it's such a great idea. Well, no, but it's just like an idea, just like what a bummer that would have been. Yeah, the first
failed
mission
completely.
Yeah, and there's ones like what if Spider-Man became the Punisher? Go read them. I'm not sure if they're online or whatnot. There's a whole series. There is a what if Loki could pick up the hammer instead of Thor. There's a tons of series, so I'm excited they can get the actors back. I think they have lots of fun with that series. I think that could be just, especially if they're like half an hour animated stuff. I can't wait. So
What if Thor went for the head? Kind of like that.
exactly.
What if Thanos doesn't know how to snap?
He like tries.
Oh,
What if the gauntlet
I can't do it with my
just
right
doesn't
hand.
bend that way? You know, he can only close his hand by this much.
Thanos snaps with these fingers, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, I
It
can't
makes
do
it
that. I
weird,
gotta
yeah.
use the
Yeah.
inside.
His fingers are pretty big though,
That's
right?
true. That's very true.
His fingers are pretty big.
Yeah.
Wait, what? He snaps with these two?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He does.
I
Yeah.
thought
he said
He
he
goes.
No,
His all
pointer
fingers.
finger.
For all the stones.
Middle finger.
Can anyone snap with his finger?
Thanos.
Probably some people like.
I don't think so, because the sound of snapping is your finger hitting your
Well, I
hand.
can do my middle
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
my
still
ring
get your
finger.
finger.
Michael Jackson could.
You get snapped like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
You can
Watch
do
the
a lot.
documentary in Leaving Neverland. They talk all about that.
I'm not watching that.
That's the one thing they talk
I'll
about.
pass.
Anything else?
I just don't think you can get the force onto this part of your hand.
By
See,
the
that's
next-
why we need the movie.
I'm
What
sure
if?
someone can.
By the next
There's a lot of
cast,
people out
Tyler
there.
has all mastered this.
Speaking of our next cast, next week we will be reviewing Us, and then the week after that, I think we'll be reviewing Dumbo. There might be some big news, so
Dumbo.
we'll talk about that probably. Maybe impromptu newscast here or there. But yeah, if there's no news,
I got one thing. I'll just draw.
okay, Call of Duty DLC. Here we go.
No, I just want to shout out, I think it's super cool that Halo Master Chief Collection, including Halo Reach, is dropping on Steam, and I'm sure all those computer
It's
players
not
out
on
there.
Steam.
It is on Steam.
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam?
It's
It's
on
not on the
Steam.
Microsoft Store?
It's on both.
Both, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is
fun.
actually really good news because Microsoft Store sucks.
Yeah, it is.
How you feel
So
about
I'm
that,
really
Taylor?
happy it's on Steam.
Microsoft Store? I don't know.
I'm
Steam.
surprised you're the one showing it out because that's not great for Xbox.
I'm not
Big
looking at
debate
it
in
being...
It's good for Microsoft.
I totally just let you and Kyle have that. I was
Big
gonna set
debate
my
in the
foot
group
for
chat
it.
this
That
week.
was big.
Really big.
Yeah.
I think it's big for Microsoft
I had to
and
mute
it's
the
really big
chat.
for me.
That's how big
I'm
it was.
super
Yeah.
excited about this.
But no, like, I'm not, like, obviously it's whatever for Xbox, so that's fine. But honestly, I love Halo. Like, I really love Halo, and I'm just glad that it's out there and more platforms for people to play. I think that's fantastic,
I
because,
agree.
Are you gonna get it on the PC?
Is there crossplay?
I honestly might get Halo Reach on the PC. Well, it depends.
I think you have to get the whole
Out
collection.
of all
You
of them,
can't-
you're
Yeah,
gonna get
Halo
Halo Reach
collection?
on PC.
It's only the collection
Oh,
which has
then
This
it.
is the guy that loves bugs like.
Honestly, I might,
Sure,
because
Bugs Life
Ruben
game.
doesn't have an Xbox, and I want to
Yeah.
play more Halo with Ruben, so I
Yeah.
can definitely get
I
it.
mean,
on
honestly,
PC.
I know I'm gonna get it, Taylor.
Do you have
Dylan's
Xbox?
probably gonna get it.
It's
Possibly.
not one.
Oh.
We can play 360.
Not
I
if,
get my live again.
What's
I don't
that?
have Halo 3 online anymore.
I never had Halo 3
Yeah.
Reach.
What's that game coming out? You keep talking about that premiered at Game Awards. Maybe the Fall people, Fall New Vegas.
Oh,
What's
I
that
always
game?
forget the name. It's
Yeah.
called like Jafar away or something.
Dylan's gonna be too busy playing that the rest of his
Outer
life.
Realm
Space
or
one.
Outer
Oh,
World.
the Outer
Yeah.
World. The Outer World.
Outer
I
Worlds.
forgot about that.
I did not.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna be
forget the
too
name,
busy.
but I didn't forget about it.
I have not forgotten about that game.
Looks amazing.
It does look
I
amazing.
forgot.
So amazing that you can forget about it.
You can forget about the name.
Yes, it's true.
You can.
You forgot Yellow Jacket's name.
Yeah, you did.
Leather jacket, it just rolled off the tongue so well, you know?
That's not an
I didn't
excuse.
know.
Not well enough.
Yeah.
I
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
don't know what to do with my hands.
ladies and gentlemen out there in the search bar, find us. But in Geekverse Space
Shazam!
Podcast,
Go,
You
Web,
know
go!
what? And there's gonna be tons of stuff. Is this live right now? I should ask.
It's live on
It's live. You
Facebook.
know what? Then
It's
I
live.
have to drop this. It's the celebration of DC Shazam. There's a DC poll happening right now. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta go check that out.
Yeah, and then the week after demo will be Shazam, which people are saying getting
Shazam.
great reviews. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
so.
a lot of good DC.
People are
stuff
saying it's
going on.
getting
I
good
did,
reviews
guys.
or it's getting good reviews.
It's
I
getting
got
good
one.
reviews.
I did one.
Comic films
I got
are
one.
You'll
just
master it.
You guys
laying
didn't
down
hear
that
it. I
pipe.
got it.
What'd you get?
The snap. The one
It's
I-
on. It's on cast. We
Why
can go
should
back
I
and
go?
listen to it.
You were probably
It's
talking
in there.
over though, so.
Probably.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just find us in the search bar. Geeks
Just
Space
find us.
Podcast,
Find us.
Facebook, Twitter, Geek vs. Cast. You know, we're all over SoundCloud, Patreon,
Use
Podbay
the same
especially. Leave those comments on Podbay. We love them.
Oh, we got a nice negative review.
Really?
A couple
Really?
days ago.
Any shout outs?
Couple of bras sitting around their dining room.
Go
That's all he said?
And some other stuff I don't need to get into live on
Okay,
air.
I'll
but,
see.
nice
We'll get into
news.
it.
Nice
Maybe
news.
after 9 cast.
Yeah.
Some of his problems will be fixed in the near future because in the next few weeks we're gonna have a nice,
New setup.
nice new setup. So stay tuned for that. And we
We'll
got
still have the dining
still have the dining room.
Just a couple bros.
Yeah, and there'll still be a couple of bras.
I mean, that's
but-
pretty accurate.
But make sure you subscribe to all those audio services because yes, there's gonna be a nice big change coming for the audio listeners. We've been hearing demands for a while. We've been working on it, and I think everyone's gonna be quite happy what we got here. So stay tuned, and that's gonna be fun. Lots of reviews coming up. In the description down below are the details where you can find us on video and audio. Please rate, review, subscribe, like. That helps us a lot. That helps us spread out. That helps us find new fans, get to new conversations. So if you have nothing to do, if you can't support us on Patreon where you get early exclusive content, just drop us a like or drop us a subscription or a review because that helps us out big time. It takes like, what, a minute out of your day? So thank you very much. We appreciate you for listening. Next week we'll be back and it won't be boring.
Say late. See you
Did you
later.
snap with your thumb?
Later, nerds!
No, I did not.
I was trying